Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday. It's Friday. Friday with no name. It's the Friday with no name. I kind of like that. It is the Friday with no name, 1905 on the 7th of March, 2025. And the Armchair Dragoons are happy to welcome you to a lovely weekend-starting event. How you doing, Volker?
I'm doing quite well.
You're off today. You did some reading at the grade school you attended.
Indeed I did.
You were what grade were they?
K5, first grade and second grade.
Holy cow.
Little ones.
What was the best book you read them?
The Tale of the Quilt Maker.
The Tale, that sounds like an interest. I would think I might like to hear that
It
story.
was very pleasant.
All right, well, it's good to have you. And I am also very happy to say that we have joining us on a Friday, our friend who has not been with us for far too long. Good evening, Vance.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Glad you have been here, there, and everywhere. So it is wonderful to have you here. You will notice that my name appears on the board, which it usually doesn't do. There were supposed to be 4 people here for this game. There were. But as is unfortunately so often the case, we're one short. I may actually step in. And I usually wouldn't. I will be honest. I usually wouldn't. But this is a stumble through. And that's when we learn games. I can't say we're going to learn it well. We certainly won't learn it perfectly, but we are going to do our very best. And as I say in the broadcast that I just got started, if you want to correct us, use your manners. Use your manners. But please, feel free to tell us where we did wrong. In addition to Vance, we have Achilles and we have Chrono. And
hello.
We are happy to have all of you as well. So what you have before you is the game Longstreet by Sam Mustafa. This is one of his oldest rule sets. And it is different from a lot of what would come later in his highly successful and here at the Armchair Dragoons much loved oeuvre of rules. It is also card driven. Ooh. And that is why in front of each of our tables, in front of each of our areas, you will see there's a deck of cards. Now, this is not the full deck. It is a deck of only 36 cards. There are usually 42. That is because I went into the deck and removed those that are the years 1861 and 1862. Those are unique, and this is the year 1863. Why is that? Sam is very clear that his rules are built around favoring the Confederacy early, and later on the Union starts to build momentum. And so I felt,
hey.
Well, I'd pick what's up?
Jim,
Yes.
I let Marshall know that we needed an extra player, and he appears to have bounced in. I didn't know if he could come or not.
Oh, he doesn't play with dolls.
Oh, I thought you were playing with bricks.
These are no, actually, Marshall, my friend, these are very lovely multicolored bricks.
Well, there you go.
So you would be more than... Let me set a place at the table here. There is now a place at the table for you to join us and play with multicolored bricks. And you can join your friend, the chronologist, in fighting against the evil, wicked, and nefarious Achilles.
Oh, well, all right.
Yeah, so you can go get you can go get him. So as I was...
Well, yeah.
So you just
go ahead.
You just come on in. We got a spot for you, and you're right here at the start of the rules stumble through. So and so he said that, and so what I've done is I've purged your deck in advance. Obviously, when we do the whole campaign, which I hope to do, we will be able to use the whole deck or whatever piece is correct. But this is 1863, which I figured was a reasonable balance. So that's the deck you have in front of you. You also, I didn't get to do it for everybody, and I apologize particularly to Vance, but I don't think I got your guys in there, did I? Or did I? Are these yours?
Yeah, they are his.
Oh,
my guys.
I did right. Yay, me. So
Yep.
and so the way the game begins and the way the campaign begins is you get 3 regiments of infantry, 10 bases each, all of them being eager recruits. So that's what you have. You then also get 1 regiment of cavalry, 10 bases, which are also eager recruits, and dismounts for each of for those cavalry, which that's what you have. You then also get one grouping of artillery, namely 2 6-pound smoothbores and a light howitzer. So you have a light howitzer. This is not now. Sam generalizes howitzers into just howitzers, as it were. So he's not. It will surprise no one here that Sam Mustafa did not get particularly granular with any of this. That's just not his way. So that's what you have in front of you. And without anything further, we will begin. This is a game, much like many of other Sam's games, of base widths. Bases are measurements are done in base widths. Each base before you is 2 inches in width. 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. Everything is. The only real exception to the regular base size are the artillery pieces, which still have the base width, but had to be accommodated as to depth. So we have that going on. So we'll be talking about base widths. I have sorted the cards for you in advance, which is what we needed to do. Table size, I'd like to make a note. This is really built as a 1-to-1 game to start out, but we wanted to have a stumble through because we're going to need the club rules if we're going to play the campaign. So I decided to make the table a little bit bigger. It's not a standard width. I threw in a little extra couple extra feet of width. I hope none will be offended. It's also a little deeper. Sam cautions in the rules that you don't want your table too narrow, otherwise people will come to grips too quickly and won't be able to successfully maneuver before contact, and I took him seriously. I will obviously be watching that. Units have 2 qualities. One of the weird things about building this, I'm always ready to do tooltips, right? I want to do tooltips. And so I'm getting ready to do them on the figures, and I realize there's really only 3 things to tooltip. The nature of the unit, what is it? And does it have a name, which I think you've all done a wonderful job of doing. But then they also have elan, and then they have experience. Elan has only 3 levels: eager, seasoned, and cautious, eager being the best. And they also have veterancy, which is recruits and veterans. That's it. Artillery does not have qualities. Troops must be organized into ranks and files. This will be familiar to those who play with blocks instead of dolls, as well as those of us that play with dolls. All foot and mounted must be arrayed in ranks and files. They must be squared up, edge to edge, corner to corner. There are 2 exceptions, which we will get to. It is a full rank when it has the same number of bases. If a rear rank is considered full when it has the same number of bases as the front rank. A rank may never have more bases than the rank in front of it. You may form your units into any number of ranks, but you may never form a rank unless that in front of it is full. It's actually pretty simple. You must be even and you must be regular. You will notice that I have set you all up as 5x2. There's going to be a very specific reason for that. You're all set up in that nice, neat 5x2. One thing you may not do, he said, grabbing Marshall's dolls.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I don't let anyone grab my dolls.
I know, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? That is, if you were 3 and 2, you may not do that. That's not legal. You may do this.
So they have to be...
like
that.
Okay.
Has to be registered to one side or the other.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you got to be edge to edge, corner to corner.
All the examples, yeah. I guess that's technically legal.
Yeah. Well, you have to if you're short.
So
What else are you
you
gonna do?
that. You do that.
I thought it was like this. They're both in this area, and you leave one hanging.
You could do that too. He doesn't say you can't.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I don't think you can. But
Both are
this
legit.
is a, yeah.
Those are both those. I read those as both legal formation.
Okay.
There are
Yep.
2 named formations. This is not a named formation. His named formations are line. Oh, I know you're shocked. Line and column.
Oh, man.
I know this is incredibly hard.
Yeah, I was thinking semicircle, but...
I know, yeah. Column. Line and column, that's
Trapezoid.
it. But it is only if all the bases are in a single rank, that's a line, all in a single file, that's a column. Okay, I know I've probably lost you already. We speak of fronts and flanks, and Chrono has made the comment that there are a lot of things that are very similar to this that show up in his other rules. This is one of them, including LaSalle. This is your front. This is your flank. And the most important front is this one. Straight across.
Do we have to learn right from left here? Because
Oh yeah, don't forget. Remember, hold up L on your left hand, and if it's back and if it looks like a real L, that's your left hand.
Or you could do it the army basic way. Just put a pebble in your left hand.
There you go.
Yeah.
And yes.
Okay, there's no such thing though as like really long line. Like this is going to be a 5x2.
You can make it a 10x1. You won't want to. I'll show you why later.
Okay, but you could do that.
Yes.
Okay.
obviously, Cyrano has never played Kriegspiel with the ice.
Yeah, exactly. The
Well, no,
longest line
I was
wins,
just
man.
about to say, I forgot about Achilles' critical rule that whoever has the longest line wins.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That
They can break your center all day, just never get outflanked,
Yep.
So how do we measure between units distances? When you need to know the proximity of an enemy to your unit, measure the distance from any point on its edges and corners to any points of the enemy unit. Find the shortest straight line distance between them. That is, and I love the fact he puts it in quotations, the distance.
Oh.
If you touch any base, you are in contact with that base. You may charge into contact with a flank and flank it if it meets certain criteria. And again, a rule we will see again in Sam's rules, your unit must have at least half of its bases, all of its bases, completely behind its front line, and must not have any portion directly in front of the enemy. If you meet both these, you have flanked. So again, looking at Marshall's dolls here. If you are completely outside of that, line, must have no one, in here, nobody in there, and you are completely behind this line, completely in here, with half your bases.
Usually, you have to be coming from directly like this, or coming at an angle like this.
It's going to be a little tricky. You're not going to sneak around that way. You're just not. You may sometimes not have your units in perfectly squared up rank and file. You may conform to terrain. This is a non-linear formation. The biggest deal is probably going to be on a road or on the edge of terrain other than open. So that's pretty rare, but I think the column is probably the most common. You can certainly do that. I did like this rule. If a bent unit gets into combat, it will challenge the good sportsmanship of you and your opponent, adjudicating its flank and rear.
Like, good luck, buddy.
Yeah. If you dare to march in column into the face of your enemies, we wish you well. Yeah, we'll figure that out as we go and try to read at it. Artillery, an artillery unit, and this took some time for me to get my head around, is a single battery. Each base, now this is something the Kriegspielers will know, each base is a section of 2 guns and its crew. Most artillery begin with either 2 or 3. You all have 3. You can lose bases unless reduced in size, perhaps even to a single base. It is still an artillery unit until that last base is removed. Artillery is never in linear or nonlinear formations. They are either, again shocking, limbered or unlimbered. An unlimbered artillery unit is depicted by placing the gun bases abreast with a contiguous frontage. This is the only permissible formation for unlimbered artillery. Limbered is pictured by placing the gun bases with a single limber base. 1 limber suffices for a battery. I can just cut and paste, so I made 3, but you only need 1. Whether it's 1, 2, or 3. When you limber, it is important to note which gun bases it represents by keeping them together in some place nearby. Well, you only have 1 each. So.
And we have tooltips for later on. We might have more than one.
Yes,
Better.
yes, just so. We will tooltip away. Brilliantly so. Limbered artillery unit is only a single base, but it might represent a battery, which if unlimbered has 1, 2, or 3 bases. A battery might lose gun bases during the game. It is incumbent on players to keep track of how many gun bases remained. Well, that's pretty easy for us to do, to be honest. And then we will have to put things in the broke box. Limbers never go there. Right. All right. Units that lose bases. And by the way, this I think is one of the I know it's one of the very few. I don't know if it's the only one of Sam's game that takes away bases as casualties.
I have to see if the original LaSalle does, but I think the original LaSalle does
I've got
the
hard copy of that sitting somewhere. Yeah, I should look it up. Those are casualties. When a base is removed, it is placed in a broke box. We're going to put them just over on your bases. When an artillery or when an infantry or cavalry unit goes down to a single base, that unit is broken.
Like 80 guys and they're going home.
Yeah, it's them 6 dudes. Yeah, they're not sticking. And artillery does not break that way. You have to wipe them out. Units do not return to play. However, you must keep count because that's how we determine victory. The owning player chooses which bases to remove, but must remove them in such a way that your formation remains legal.
Right.
Which makes good sense.
So if you've got this 5x2, you can't take them out of the front rank generally because then it's not a legal formation anymore.
No gap teeth. No gap teeth. The game recognizes several different types of terrain, which can have different effects. Terrain affects the game in 4 ways. It can be difficult, which causes disorder. Now, disorder sounds like something that would affect the unit. It doesn't. It actually acts very much like complications do in LaSalle. And it makes it more expensive to move. It might provide cover. It might obstruct, and it might be impassable. And here we have Sam rules. You are in a type of terrain if even a tiny portion of one of its bases is in that terrain.
Water.
Well,
Yep.
hey, you know it's coming. You know it's coming because it is coming.
Yep.
If you are in water, you can't what? Shoot.
Fire.
No shooting.
Oh, shooting.
Certain terrain pieces are linear. You may be behind them. You may also be on them, which is interesting. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can be. The edge of the table is the edge of the world, from which units may not return if they move even partially across it. Ooh. And there it is. Quote, in water, end quote. Any base that is even partially in a stream, in a ford of a river, or in a swamp is considered to be, quote, in water, in quote, comma, and thus may not fire. He never really raises the issue of fire until that point. He just said, and thus may not fire, as if that's received wisdom.
I still remain incredibly amused that the only Sam Mustafa game where that's not true is Nimitz.
Right.
For obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons. It's as if, as every schoolboy knows, it's in water, so it may not fire. Difficult terrain. It affects unit and movement in combat. This causes disorder, which requires you to play an additional card. We'll talk about cards. If it is involuntary, it can cause a penalty, such as losing a base. Difficult terrain in shooting. A base that is even partially in difficult terrain gets a modifier for shooter in difficult terrain. A unit that is even partially in difficult terrain receives a difficult terrain modifier in combat, attacking or defending. What is difficult? Well, it's a list of things. Interestingly enough, wood is not difficult for foot or mounted. Swamp is, streams are, rocky ground is, and fords are. Artillery, yes, woods. It is difficult. Swamps are impassable, streams are difficult, rivers are impassable, and everything else is difficult. So infantry gets a break in the woods. Bottom line. Cover is
Suppose if you're going to,
Go ahead.
oh, sorry.
No,
I
please.
say, suppose you were going to do something like the wilderness, you could do a house rule and say, yes, no, everything is difficult here.
Right. It's difficult by definition. Cover applies when your unit is being shot at or attacked by the enemy. Certain terrain types get cover. And woods and walls and hill crests give fire against any, and fences assist in melee, which he calls combat. It's all pretty straightforward stuff. And then there's obstruction, which applies to artillery, both canister and long range. Obstruction does not apply to small arms fire by foot unit. This fire, and I thought this was fascinating. It does not obstruct, but decreases in effectiveness. This is because we assume that all formed foot units have a skirmish line in front of them, and those skirmishers will take advantage of the terrain rather than being obstructed by it. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's an interesting way to represent skirmishers.
Mm-hmm. So, what is obstructing? Woods, up, and so it obstructs everything past 2 base widths. Walls, obstruct past 2. Standing crops, 2. And hills, which stop at the crest, as you might expect. His crest rules are exactly the same ones as they are in LaSalle.
I'm pretty sure you just copy pasted that.
That picture is the
yeah.
same one. I'm almost sure of it. I haven't
They
sat
might
side
have.
by
They
side.
may have Shakos instead.
Yeah, right. They don't. It's not really clear what they have there, do they? It's just looking at that picture. That's funny. The basics of play. Here we go. Alternate turns. Turn is one side's activity. At the beginning of the turn, the active player, the first thing you decide, you wish to reshuffle. If you're out of cards, you must. Thank you, Sam. Next, the active player declares whether you will invoke a fire phase. You don't have to. And you'll note firing comes first. If you wish, you must play a card to do so. Then you may play a modifying card before you roll any dice for shooting units. After the fire phase, the active player may make one command choice. So you decide if you want to fire, yes or no. Then you have 3 choices. You can invoke movement, combat, melee, or pass. If you wish to either move or combat, which are different, you'll notice, you must play a card. You may play another card to modify the phase. During the active player's turn, there are cards in the deck that allow them to play interrupts. I think we may have seen a little of this in LaSalle later on, just in a different form. Then in the status phase, both sides redraw, taking cards from the top of their deck to refill back to their hand size, which will be 6, by the way, 6. And there we go. Action cards. Let's flip a card. Let's flip a card and look at it. I'm going to take one of Chronos. That's what I'm going to do. Whoop, there we go. Flip. So let's take a look at that card. There are neutral cards and national cards. Player's deck is the neutral cards plus his side's cards. You never use any of the... I didn't pull those out, doggone me. Yeah, you'll have to just dump them when you get them. The Confederates never use any federal nationals. Oh, no, that's right. They can play them. Yeah, sorry. The Confederates don't get to use the Federals or vice versa. You keep your hand to your chest. You don't share it. Yep.
I mean, I guess you could, but I'm not sure why you'd want to.
Yeah. Well, because remember, you can play them for other purposes.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So we talked about the date indicators. Reshuffling, you can do it. If you reshuffle, there is a reshuffling penalty. You must deal the top 6 cards from your deck, and they are gone, and you can't look at them. So you have to choose as you're going down. You're going to lose cards as you go on. Interesting rule. I would, if I were interviewing Sam, which I hope to do someday, I would ask why this rule. You may never voluntarily discard. So what do we have? On this card, we have a morale value. Right there, it's a 2. You see that? It's a 2. What's that for? The passive player, the player that you're shooting at, may play a card for its morale value, removing hits scored by enemy fire, or reducing losses caused by enemy charges. As you'll see when we get to the firing and the combat, this can make the unit seem kind of invulnerable. Look, you shot me 6 times, and I get to play all these cards to get rid of it. The problem is you're burning cards.
Yeah, and you get through. If you have to reshuffle, you lose 6.
Right.
You burn through your deck too fast, then you're in trouble.
Yeah. What happens when you've gotten rid of all the cards that are in your deck?
You lose.
You
You're
lose.
done. Yeah,
You
you can't
lose
do anything.
instantly.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's sort of a sudden death morale
You can't do
slash
anything.
morale
Yeah,
mechanic.
it's actually as I've thought about it. Now you may prove me a fool, but this is probably unlikely. I see it as unlikely given how many cards there are. But we'll see. You will also notice there is a modifying symbol. This one is a musket. There are some others. We'll go through what they are, but they are to be played in the combat phase. This is used by the active side, which can modify the combat phase.
Or the shooting phase, isn't it?
Fire phase? The cards phase may be applied to the
Fire phase
active
shooting.
side to a combat phase.
Okay.
Interrupt symbol.
yeah.
Some
Oh,
cards have a kepi on them. These are interrupts, which are played by the passive side. They have an effect that can be used to annoy your opponent. Any card may be used to invoke any phase, but you must, if you want to fire phase, gotta play a card. Interestingly, you don't have to follow through on the phase you invoke. For example, you can invoke a combat phase and play a modifier, but then be surprised by a nasty interrupt played by your opponent and might decide, nope, I'm not going to do it after all. You can walk away.
But you do lose the card.
You lose the card. If any of your units are going to do something that causes disorder in a movement or combat phase, you must play 2 cards. 2. The modifiers are muskets for fire, the cross sabers for combat, and movement is a bugle. So again, a rifle modifies the fire phase, the cross swords modify a combat phase, and the bugle modifies the movement phase. Yes, all that. We talked about interrupts. If a card is red, if it has a red banner, you get to play it once. Once per game.
For the effect, rather.
Correct. If you play it for morale, you can get it back. But if you play it for its effect, you have to cough it up. We then get to the end of the phase where we redraw action cards. Both sides must redraw, and again, it's back to 6. You may pass, but you may not pass twice in a row. You cannot pass 2 times in a row. If a player passes when he has no cards remaining in his action deck or discard pile, then he immediately loses the game. Who may fire? All of the front rank bases of foot units may fire. Unlimbered artillery bases may fire. Mounted cavalry and limbered artillery may not fire. You will roll a number of dice for each of your bases that can fire. This is rolling to hit. No artillery base may fire if it is even partially in woods or in water. Or, well, I'm just saying. The sequence of fire. You may shoot with your units in any sequence you wish, but he recommends, and we will enforce, we're going left to right or right to left, because it drives me crazy. The active player rolls for each base of a firing unit, attempting to score hits on the target. Hits are cumulative. If you fire upon an enemy unit and score 2 hits, and then fire again and score 2 more, and it now has 4 hits. After the active player declares he is done shooting, the passive player has the ability to play cards for their morale value, which would remove that many hits. But after the passive player has removed the hits, by the way, tell me if you've heard this one before, LaSalle players. The active player returns to all passive units that are marked with hits and rolls to kill. He rolls a number of dice equal to the hits, and each successful roll results in a base removed. Ranges. Foot units fire small arms. Artillery units fire either canister or bombardment. Small arms and canister have a range of 12 inches. 12 inches. That is short range. When artillery units fire beyond canister range, they are bombarding. You cannot bombard somebody who's 12 inches or less from you. That must be canister. I don't know why you wouldn't, but there it is. For what it's worth,
range on bombard?
your 6-pounders and your howitzers, which is all you have, 36 inches. 36 inches. You have a fire zone, which is, just like you've seen in LaSalle, 1 base wide and as long as your range is. You must fire canister at anybody. If you have somebody inside canister range, you must fire at that target, placing priority upon an enemy that is directly in front of you. It's sort of like LaSalle, but modified, interestingly enough. If they have no target directly to their front, they may angle up to 45 degrees left and right, just like in LaSalle. An artillery unit may not bombard if it has anybody at short range. You may not split fire to more than 1 target, nor may some bases of artillery bombard while others fire canister. If one base has a target for canister, then the others may only fire canister. They may not bombard, even if it means they have no target.
They're a little distracted by those guys getting really close to them.
Yeah, they're busy. They're busy. If you go through obstructing terrain, it only goes 4 inches, as we said. I was shocked. It was occasionally possible for artillery to fire over the heads of friendly troops.
Yeah, it's in here.
I would
wow.
A bombarding base may bombarding. You'll notice not canister. A bombarding base may trace a fire zone if it is on a higher elevation. The friendly base in question are at least 12 inches from the firing artillery and 12 inches from the target. Very much the same situation as in Bloody Big Battles, actually. 12 and 12, though. Small arms fire is prioritized differently because we abstract the presence of the skirmish line. Ooh. They would not necessarily be obstructed by terrain, although the presence of friendly units would prevent skirmishers from being sent forward in certain places. Foot bases may either volley or skirmish.
Sounds like Blucher there.
Uh-huh. You may volley if you can lay a fire down to your front up to short range, 12 inches. That does not pass through any cover over the crest of a hill prior to hitting an enemy. If it has no legal target, you may pivot up to 45 degrees, just like LaSalle. Skirmishing is more sporadic, low-intensity fire, but with the effect of them firing through terrain or against cover. It too, however, has a 12-inch range, which is very interesting.
Part of I found the most interesting that you can be behind the crest of a hill and be skirmishing over it.
Yep.
You don't
Good point.
particularly need line of sight. And the way he explains it is like, the skirmish lines up at the crest shooting at each other.
Yep, exactly. Remember that volleying always takes priority over skirmishing. If you can volley, you may not skirmish. All right, what are our rolls to hit? Pretty simple stuff, really. If you're rolling canister, it's 2 dice per base. Howitzers, your howitzers hit on a 4+. Your 6-pounders hit on a 5+. If they have a dense target, it's a +1. If it's a cover, it's a -1. That's canister. It's 1 die for bombardment, 4/5, dense target, cover. Rifled artillery versus different elevation is a -1, which I thought. And Sam hates counter battery, -1. Small arms.
Do we get to?
What's that?
Do we get to see? Do we get to see the enemy in these rules?
You do. You do.
Mm-hmm.
The little dolls will march directly at you.
Because last time we couldn't see anything.
True. Skirmishing to hit with regular shooting. You have recruits, so they hit on a 5. Interestingly, you get a dense target modifier for volleying. Skirmishing is always a 6. Any unit that has 3 or more complete ranks or is in a column with any number of ranks is dense and gets that modifier.
That's not very nice.
Yeah, don't.
I'm sure those boys are very smart.
Yeah. Hey, that's insulting now. Come on now. So after all that shooting is done and we mark the hits, then you get to play those morale cards. You may play up to 1 card on a recruit unit or a limbered artillery unit. You don't have any veterans, but you do have unlimbered guns, and on them you can play 2. And that number of hits will come off. No matter how many cards you play, with whatever value, you always have to roll against 1 hit. And then your attacker gets to roll to kill, which is always a 4+. When you limber a battery, it is important to note which gun bases the limber represents by placing them together in the same place nearby. If a limbered battery takes losses due to fire, the passive player chooses which gun bases are lost. That's the entirety of shooting. Movement. Each unit has a basic movement allowance based on type. It's interesting to me because it goes to the 3 formations are basic, which I find interesting, column, and a flank move. Column gives you 4 inches extra, is the bottom line. Basic, which I take to be everything else, is 8 for foot, 16 for mounted, 12 for guns. Disorder. This is very, very much like complications. If you interpenetrate a friendly unit, if you go through difficult terrain, or change formation in or into difficult terrain, if you make an about face within 12 inches of the enemy, or if you change formation within 12 inches of the enemy, that is disorder. You must know this in advance, and if you wish to do it, you must play 2 cards, not just 1. You must trace a movement path that reflects the footprint of the unit that it moves. A foot or mounted unit's normal path of movement is forward. I love the fact that he tried, I won't say how successfully I judge it, to define what forward means. First of all, he uses forward in the definition, which is Socrates is displeased. Some part of the unit's front edge is moving forward, and no part is moving backwards. It's LaSalle movement is what it is. You may be at an oblique angle of up to 45 degrees. Anything more than 45 degrees is a flank movement. Mm-hmm. This does not apply to a wheel. A flank move costs you half. This is one of the big differences from LaSalle. That means you're at half move if you go backwards. if you move more than 45 degrees forwards or to the side, or if you wheel or oblique backwards. Cost you half. You may never combine flank with forward movement in the same phase.
Gotta pick a direction and stick to it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Fascinating rules on changing formation. I found them very, very interesting. 3 methods. Left or right face. Not hard to figure out. You turn all of your bases 90 degrees left or right. They must face in the same direction. No forming square, I guess. Changing formation by Gaidon, which is one of, I assume this will reach Achilles' heart at some level. You choose one base unit as the Gaidon. The Gaidon base may not be moved or rotated in any way. You then move the other bases of the unit to form up on that base to the left, right, or rear, never front.
Mm-hmm.
The footprint of the unit may not expand or contract by more than 2 base widths to the left or right.
And which guy is it on?
Anyone you choose.
You choose
The
the
guy,
Gaidon.
the guy that it's on is the Gaidon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what that means. Now I know.
He's on 3rd.
Gaidon, post.
There you go. It's a complication. Oh, this is when changing formation by left or right face or Gaidon, it is not necessary to trace the movement of each individual base as it moves. I love this rule. You just get to move them up there, but you still can't exceed the distance.
You said
the base widths.
Yeah, it's no more than 2 base widths
to the
left or to the right.
Exactly.
So in theory, if you have like a 10-unit base in column, you say, okay, I'm going to form off this guy. They're all back here. That means you can actually form up in this 5x2 formation because you go 2 and 2, right?
I take that to mean that, yeah.
All right, yeah, that's what I thought too. I just wanted to make sure.
I would agree, yeah.
Yeah.
The Gaidon is the center.
As it should be, but you never know.
It can be. You can form to the right or left of it. It just means you can't form very far.
Right.
Yeah.
Cavalry may be mounted or dismounted. You must be one or the other.
No in between.
That is a formation change.
I don't know. You've never seen me on a horse.
Each base is removed, and we obviously have bases for this. Yeah. And it's within 12 inches of the enemy is a disorder. Artillery is 12 inches when it's limbered. Limbered artillery movement, any direction or facing, turning any number of times, as long as they can trace a path 1 base width wide. They don't worry about facing or direction until they complete their movement.
A bit like BBB, where like Victoria can do whatever it wants.
Yep.
I take it that mounting and dismounting is a formation change.
It is at that, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Artillery may prolong up to a base width, 2 inches. Prolonging into difficult terrain is a disorder.
Oh.
To unlimber artillery, place the limber with the unlimbered gun base facing any direction and with as much of its footprint as possible on or over where the limber was. Then form the other gun bases abreast one or the other. So you take one of the bases of the 3, place it where the limber was, and then form up the other 2 abreast.
Do they have to? Okay, so you couldn't form. Can you form them to the left and right, or just to the right or left?
I think it says. Let's see. That's a good, fair question. To unlimber either or both sides as you prefer.
Okay.
Just so long as the one covers where the limber was.
Okay.
When you invoke a combat phase, you may charge with any of your eligible units into contact with the enemy. And then we will have fights. Oh, yes, we will. Limitations. You may not charge if you fired that turn. If there was a fire phase and you fired, can't do it. If you are not in a linear formation, if you're like formed around terrain or something like that, can't do it. The charge move of a mounted cavalry unit may not pass through any woods. Another Sam bias, of which we are aware. Nor charge any base that is completely in woods. Can't do it. And foot units may not charge mounted. There you go. You will then move your unit up to its full movement until it contacts the enemy. You may not change formation, oblique, move by the flank, or about face, straight ahead. You may wheel forward no more than 2 inches to adjust.
You gotta really be set up for it. Although it's a bit more forgiving, you have to hit in the center.
Right.
So.
Yeah, you don't have to hit center. That's right. You just got to hit them. If you wish to charge through difficult terrain or to interpenetrate, which you can do, it doesn't say you got to see, you must invoke the combat phase with 2 cards. 2 cards. Mandatory targets. If you could target 2 or more targets, the active player chooses the closest. The closest reachable target must be the one. When you contact, you stop. You do not square up. No squaring up. It is possible for more than one charging unit to attack the same defender, even on the same side. There is no limit to the number of attackers. It's not that easy, though, as we know. We've talked about flanking.
Do
Yes.
you mention engagement?
Yeah.
That's slightly different from some of the other stuff.
Right. There is a depth here. There's a depth issue here. You are engaged with every defending unit that contacts your front edge. If and only if it contacts at least one enemy on its front edge, it is also considered to be engaged with every other enemy unit that is directly to its front, I should say, and within a base width. I can only see one way that could happen, and that's if you hit somebody that's in double line. Because you got to be within a base width.
You can also happen, like the example pictures. You can also do it if your charge is towards the flank of one unit, and they've got someone next to them, and maybe stagger back a bit.
Oh yeah, and also there's that picture on 63 where you bump the B, but you're also then engaged with A. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. What? Since you guys don't have the rule book, let me show you what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I am having trouble imagining what that looks like.
It's actually pretty straightforward. How does he angle it? Yeah.
One just staggered back slightly.
Like this.
Okay.
If you hit this guy, and you're within one base width, you're engaged with this guy.
Okay, wait. This is the attacker.
No, this is the attacker. This is the attacker.
This is the attacker. Okay.
This guy attacks this guy.
And he hits this guy in the corner here, yeah.
So all of these guys are involved in the fight.
Yep.
All of these guys are involved in the fight. And now all of these guys are involved in the fight too?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
It can also work like this a little. Where if you come up like this and you hit them like this, but these guys are sort of staggered off to the back.
Yeah, I find that unlikely. I think that just because they'll be lined up at that point and it'll be pretty obvious.
Yeah, no. Chrono will set it up exactly like that.
Yeah, just to show me, just to prove me wrong. Just to prove me wrong.
I got my supports. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, and they admit that there are weird possibilities, but I'm not that worried about those. Only the defender. I wish he had done this in other rules because I love the fact that it's right here at the top. Only defenders get cover in combat. Only defenders get cover in combat. What is cover again? Walls, field works, hill crests, fences. So what do we do in the combat resolution phase after all charge moves are done? The attacker first, who is engaging multiple defenders, must allocate its dice to different defending units. So again, if we have this multiple engagement we talked about here, he has to allocate to the different defenders. He has to roll different dice against each of them. Then the passive player rolls dice for each of his engaged units to calculate the defense score. Then we determine the attack score. It's a little like, is this Rommel that he does this? I think it's one of the things. Anyway, to each unit's basic number of dice, the player adds any dice from modifying cards or from any advanced rules such as banner personality, etc. No unit may roll more than 10 dice.
These big full strength units are already rolling 10.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there's no point in modifying them at that point.
At that point, you're done.
Although I guess if someone plays a card that gives you dice down, then you might want to pump them back up. So
Right. Yeah, if you got some minuses, right, for sure. That is okay. You get 1 die, attacker people, for each of your bases in the front 2 ranks. That's why this can make sense. You get a narrow frontage, and the whole thing counts. Third and subsequent does not count. In a simple case where one attacker attacks one defender, all the dice are rolled against that defender.
I would hope.
Yeah, that's there you go. Defenders that physically contact the attacker may not receive fewer dice than defenders that are merely engaged, not in base contact. You then must, if there's a frontage issue, you must give more dice to the person who's got more frontage. If that's the case. And you must try as evenly as possible. This is fascinating. Marginally engaged defender, MED. If he wishes, you may opt to allocate a single die to a defender that is not in contact and who occupies less than half of the attacker's front. So if he's off to the flank somewhere.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's like a support die or something.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw that over there. The passive player that indicates his defense score of each of his units that is engaged. The defending unit gets 1 die for each base, no matter how many ranks it is in. So, how do we determine successes? For recruits, it's a 4. It's a 4.
On defense, right?
Yep. The cumulative number of successes is their defense score. Then, if the defending player is even partially in difficult terrain, it gets a -1 to all rolls. Oh, dear. An infantry or cavalry unit is vulnerable if it is in column. Ugh.
Never do this.
An artillery unit is vulnerable if it is limbered. A vulnerable defender always hits only on a 6.
Cool.
Yeah.
Don't let that happen to you.
And then we roll the attack score. We roll 1 defending unit at a time in any order you prefer. The attacker scores are successful even if they roll high enough based on the... are successful if they score high enough. It is based on their elan. An eager unit, our guys, everybody here, hits on a 3+. Huh? Cool. Oh, there we go. Sixes are always successes. 1s are always failures. Attacking uphill. He wants clearly defined crests. Very good. Mounted charges against the front of any infantry were rare in the Civil War, and it was typically not the role of dismounted cavalry to charge into combat on foot. Yeah, mounted unit that charges infantry is at a -1 penalty on all dice.
It's the front anyway.
Yeah, to the front. Don't.
That sounds bad.
Yeah. So then you establish the combat difference. Defenders first. Each defending unit whose defense score is lower than the enemy attack score against it has lost the combat by that difference. It will have to fall back, and it loses bases equal to that difference.
Familiar.
For each unit that lost a combat, the passive player may play cards for their morale to mitigate some of the loss. You may play up to 2. Each point of morale saves 1 base from being removed. But, once again, you always lose 1.
Or you always take 1 hit.
You always take 1 hit, yep. After you have removed all bases from all units, you are required to do so. The passive player, in any order, must fall back with those that lost. The morale cards can prevent almost all base losses. They cannot change the fallback. Don't let your limbered artillery get attacked. It's very, very bad. Okay. Yep. Falling back is involuntary. It's interesting he did this. This is so unusual for him. When you fall back, you roll 2 dice. If you're active, you pick the lower die. If you're passive, you must have the higher.
Oh, that's yeah. He doesn't have us at distance. Interesting.
Yeah, and you fall back that much in base widths.
Oh wow, you go back quite a ways then.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That does feel kind of true to Civil War combat. So.
Yeah, they usually rolled a die to determine how far they would fall back.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Hey, hold on, guys. Hold on. We got dice on my backpack.
I got 2 dice. One's for distance, one's for direction.
I rolled it. We don't have to abandon the little round top.
That's funny. If you fall back through people that are behind you, you can play a card to prevent having to have a bad thing happen. But if you don't, they lose a base.
The people that are falling back?
No, the people that they're falling through.
They lose a base?
Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Chaos in the ranks.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a penalty right there.
Mm-hmm. If you can't fall back the minimum required distance, you are broken.
Ooh.
So due to the presence of enemy units or impassable terrain. Pretty unusual here, but I suppose the edge of the board.
Mm.
Okay. All right. That, believe it or not, is all the rules. Obviously, we know none of them right now. That's okay. We have this before us. So here's the deal. We will now set terrain for this table. Let me get rid of these guys. No extra 21st Ohio's for you. This is the basic terrain of the scenario, which is called Crossroads. It is called Crossroads. Let me show you something.
Where'd they come up with that name?
Right?
Yeah.
There's
Who
an
knows?
objective right here at the crossroads.
Oh my god. Oh geez.
I would have
Wow.
called this the Battle of Three Hills, but you know,
Yeah, right.
That's the Confederate name.
Yeah, but there are defenders who will be behind this line. They will be deploying behind this line, and attackers who will be deploying up here. I know you're shocked. But before we do any of that, we have to deploy some terrain. There has to be terrain. And I have terrain pieces just for you.
By looking at this, I'm guessing the Confederates are the attackers.
They are.
Uh-huh.
The Confederacy is on the attack. But again, we have equal forces both ways. So here's the deal.
So it's a dumb attack. Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
It's a poorly planned attack. Yeah.
This is an imprudent attack. You're exactly right. Although they don't have any particular advantages over you either, I would say. So we say here, each of you Yeah, the defender holds a key intersection. We knew that. The defender will set up first. The attacker will move first. There are no reinforcements. We have an objective at the center of the road. The defender obviously controls it at the game's start. You will get 3 terrain choices, each of you. Each of you will receive 3 terrain choices. What are your choices when you are placing terrain? Well, I will tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I do love the fact that, once again, we have under the terrain creation rules, the don't be a jerk rule. Yep. Here we are. When you have a terrain choice...
Yeah, I wonder who that one was written for.
Right. It would be the Robert rule.
I hope you're listening, Rob.
There we go.
He's in the server.
We have a terrain deck. It's right there. It's very exciting. When it is your turn, I will let you each pick between the 2 of you. We'll let the defenders go first. You can draw a terrain card and place what is described. You may place a road or ford. We don't have any rivers yet. You may place a wall, or you may place a section of open ground. What is a... I know, right? It said, what that is, it basically declares an area to be ghoul. It is an area that is supposed to be 8.5 by 11. It does not have to have any existing features on it. It may be placed only on existing open ground. Neither side may place terrain features on it.
That's funny. I like that.
So it basically, like I say, declares ghoul. So, since you know absolutely nothing, all is held harmless. Defenders, do you wish to, as I say, draw a card, place a road or ford, place a wall, or place open ground?
I think I'm gonna place a wall.
You place a wall? Okay.
I heard Jim say that he wanted us to all put roads down. I think he said
That, yeah. That is a hugely popular choice with me, allow me to tell you. Okay, well.
I'm gonna do that. He's gonna start spawning Confederates.
Yeah, it's
I'm going to
just...
turn this into a super highway.
Wait a minute. Chrono, how did you know? I want to know how you knew.
Fast behavior.
It's just, that was a remarkable surmise on your part, sir. Is that my wall? Is that the one I wanted to use? Obviously, I have to make that bigger. Yeah, that's the one I wanted.
Create a giant clover leaf right around the crossroad.
It's a highway interchange.
Doesn't this work as a wall?
That's a fence.
That's a fence.
Okay.
Fences is different from walls. Do they not know that north of the border? Is that unusual to you?
Well, he's playing a Confederate, so
That's true. Highly
Yeah.
suspect.
he's just playing the role. We don't know the difference between fences and walls.
All right, let me. Ooh, it's a wall. Look at that. And let me. How big is that wall supposed to be? Since of course you wanted a wall. Place a
Cemetery
wall.
Ridge.
It
over
may
there.
be up to 16 inches in length. It must
Wow.
be straight. It may bend at a right angle if it borders the intersection of 2 roads. It could curve around the base or crest of a hill. Yeah. It may not be placed on the edge of standing crops if one or more edges of that field already has a fence. And you may only
This has
use
nothing.
one of your terrain choices to place a wall.
I'm gonna put the wall on this edge of the field here.
How long would you like it to be? It may be
I had
up
to
to-
cover the whole edge of that. Cover that whole edge there.
Well, that seems legitimate. And by the way, thank you to the Mechanical Turk for the awesome interpenetratable terrain. Yes, it's from him.
That's our first choice, I guess.
All
Or
right,
my
how about
first
you-
choice, rather.
How about you guys over there on the attacker side? What do you want to do?
Go ahead, Vance.
You know nothing. Relax. It's good.
We're all equally ignorant here, except for Chrono, who knows
Let's
the
try and
entire
draw
game.
one of these.
All right, draw a card. Pull one out. I shuffled. Flip it. F. There you go. Woods. 12 to 20 inches in diameter.
Oh my god, it's huge!
Where would you like it? Where would you like it? Tell me. I'll put it there for you.
You've created the
Now I can
wilderness.
put it anywhere on the board.
Yes, sir. You can put it at the
Well, then
top
I
of
want-
you can even
I
put it
want-
at the top of a hill.
I want it to cover this hill.
All right. Well, I think
Yeah.
it would be at the top of the hill,
Wow.
wouldn't it? Or is the whole hill? Whole hill? I can do that.
The whole hill covered. 12 to 20 in diameter, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's perfectly in the ballpark.
Yeah.
I get the feeling he doesn't want you to put guns up there.
Yeah, exactly.
That-
you will be putting
exactly.
guns up there.
Exactly my thought.
All right. Your turn. Other defenders.
I'll let you choose this time, where you can draw.
Now we already chose our wall, or
Yeah,
can
your
we
wall
do-
is chosen. You have chosen your wall.
Okay, so now we have what, water and open.
Well,
let's
you've
see
got. You
here.
can draw a card, which has many surprises in it. You
Which
can
could even be another wall.
a road or open ground.
All right, let's draw a card. Maybe it'll get a wall.
All right, go ahead.
It could be anything,
Right.
even a box.
It could be a.
Right.
It could be $1 million bucks.
Let's see.
It's
here.
a
How do I
Ford
actually
Prius.
There
draw?
you go. You did it.
Yep.
Like,
Now press
Okay.
F. There you go.
A hill.
A hill. A hill.
oh,
12 to 16 base widths, or inches, I should say.
Oh no!
Dang it.
Vance's strategy has been superseded.
Has been thwarted.
Yeah.
You would like it
Like
right there.
around
Very good.
here. Yeah.
And what sort of a hill? I got many styles. I can make it really a lot of different ways, but like one of these hills or one of these hills. That one's a little more round.
You got
I
a
want
sort of
those-
Appalachian style with a nice little
Yeah.
rocky outcrop.
I can put hillbillies on top of it if you want.
I want stuff
Oh,
to
that'd be
fit
great.
All right.
right in there. I
Maybe-
suppose
I
whatever.
will.
It's
All right.
probably more round. I don't know.
Yeah, that
but
is more round.
whatever is aesthetic fits. I don't know. Does that fit though? I don't think that.
No.
fits.
See, look at that. Oh.
Right?
Oh,
Make it-
the magic
Yeah.
of TTS.
Uh-huh.
And hillbillies. I
Perfect.
don't know why you're picking on Trey Tark like that.
All right. How about the attackers?
Oh, golly gee whiz. I don't know what to do, so I think I'll draw a card.
Draw a card.
And
What'd you
flip
get?
it. And I don't know
Rocky
what I got.
ground. An area of
Oh.
rocky ground 8 to 12 inches across.
Interesting. 8 to 12 inches across. Okay.
Don't even think about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Don't even.
You
think
mean
about it.
I might think about putting it on that hill
You
right
could.
there.
You
Yeah.
definitely could.
I think that's exactly where I'm going to put it, right there.
I'm a fan
Hey.
of this. I'm a fan of this escalating terrain war.
Terrain war, yeah. You know,
They
the problem
call it
is
Devil's Den.
the problem is you all are going to play 9 battles of this. This gets ugly by the time of battle 9.
I know, it's going to be great.
Oh wow, Devil's Den, huh?
There you go.
Yep. There you go.
They don't even have to have guns to defend that. They can just roll rocks down on us.
Down on us.
All right, last one for the defenders.
I think I'll draw a card this time.
All right.
Just because.
Says cards seem to be fun.
There's
More
no
woods.
Oh
12
no!
to 16.
So if you put the woods right here, they can't cover their advance with artillery.
Yeah, we'll do
At
one of
least
these.
not as easily.
One of
That's
these.
the thought.
Yeah, let's put it over here. And just cover the top of this hill.
Oh, come on.
All the terrain is going to be on Marshall's side of the field.
Yeah,
Apparently.
woodsman here.
Oh
I
man!
hope you brought your
Very-
specialists.
Yeah,
Very
my
funny.
engineers.
There you go. Last one for the attackers.
Okay. What's our remaining base choices?
Your
It
base
was,
choice, you can
fence,
place, you can draw a card.
Fenced road.
A road. You guys have not picked a wall or open ground, which would be meaningless at this point.
Okay. All right.
Where's the setup
What do you
line
think,
again?
Vance?
It's like the edge of this road, basically.
Yeah, it's a
isn't it?
little bit. It's a little bit past the road. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like right here, something like that.
I think we should pick a card again.
Okay, go for it.
You're just in love with these cars. I see. I like that.
They're fun.
That's all right.
Yeah, they are.
Another
More,
one!
more woods.
Oh, I know where that one's got to go.
Where's that go? There, Vance. Where's it go?
That's a good
Pick the trees. He said.
Pick the trees. Yeah, pick the trees. I don't know. You might want to put it up on this hill because He's gonna
Well,
since
then
he's gonna
you're,
start
then
right
you
there.
can't get you.
Yeah, but he's
can't get
he's
your
more
guys up
likely to
there.
he's gonna
Yeah,
get guys
true.
on that hill before I get them. You know.
You get probably the first turn, so
Yeah, but you're like 2 inches away.
fair enough.
You want to deny them the
Ooh.
hill?
What did you bring me?
It's a hill, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know.
Where's your forest there, Vance? Right there. Is that it?
Yep, cover the top of that hill.
All right, 12 to 16. Any problems? That's perfectly fine.
Wow.
I like these trading cards. It's not.
I repeat, just wait till this is This is like battle 9. Oh yeah? Oh yeah, you want hills? Here's a hill for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, bastard. There's a hill. All right, that's it. That is our terrain. We have set up our terrain. Well done. And each scenario. Now, I will tell you also, there's a lot more terrain when you do the campaign battles, which have presets, which don't have presets.
Right.
Yeah, this one has a preset. Oh my God! Holy cow! Uh-oh, Robert's coming to my house. He's gonna kick my ass. First of all, Turk, love to see you. Great to see you. Ian Jackson, good to see you, man. Tommy McGuire and Matt Rowe. We are at 14 viewers for us farting around at this. I love you guys. Good to see you. All right, we have drawn terrain cards, which is very good. We have placed walls, which is very good. We have been advised, don't be a jerk. Well done. We have placed our objectives, which we know what they are. Let us talk about our shattered point. The total number of bases in our force. How many total people are in our force?
it would be 38 for each of us right now.
Right. So I believe, because now I got to go to the club. Now I got to rush to the club game. Oh, no, wait. Because, no, we'll do it from the breakpoint perspective. Yeah, that's right. We got no
Artillery don't count.
I believe it's... It's kind of crucial, don't you think? I should look that up? Don't be a jerk. Still love that rule. The total number of bases. And what is the example? He doesn't say. That's funny. But yeah, it's bases. It is not limited, so it would count guns. Not I would say not limbers.
Yeah, so it'd be 41 then.
For everybody's got 41 because you're all the same anyway.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah. Well, okay, fair enough. Stipulate. Where's the thing I want? There we go. All right. The first thing is we don't need that. I don't need this. Not worried about any of that. Sorry, I'm just blazing through the club game rules. All right, here we go. So this is played as a club game. Each player must decide for himself when it is his turn if he wants to invoke a fire phase. You must use a card to invoke the phase, and you may play a modifying card which applies to his units.
Mm-hmm.
Command choice. Each active player makes his own command choice. The sequence is up to the CNC, but you guys will figure it out. After all have completed it, yep, that's it. Command choices, that's fine. Yes. Play cards, we know that. If you have modifying language, that means that player's units. Got it, no problem, makes sense. Status phase, yes. The biggest rule that is different, only one player can play interrupts. Which is kind of interesting. Where did that go? There it is. Oh, see the following page. That's why I didn't see it. In a multiplayer game, only the CNC may play interrupts. Each player still has his full deck, but the sub-commanders may not use interrupt cards, so you will have to pick one of you to be able to play interrupts. It just manages the deck size, I imagine.
Yeah.
Well, Vance says you're
gonna-
senior.
Wow, straight there, huh?
I just meant he got his commission before I did. So there you go.
All right, you whippersnapper.
Uh,
That's gonna deplete my deck faster.
by one card. I mean, I don't know how much you're going to be using those. I think you would want to be circumspect, but accurate and true nonetheless.
Wow. You use circumspect in a sentence. I haven't heard that in probably 20 years.
Oh my god. You use your cards for passive when you're when you're playing them for morale. You play them on your side. For your guys, I meant. You play them for your dudes.
Interesting.
The thing I was looking for, Chrono.
119. Each player calculates his own number of EPs
Thank
for the
you.
usual reason.
That's EPs. I'm not worried about EPs. EPs.
Net including. Okay. Let me see.
Doesn't say. I have seen this somewhere. It is in here. It's the whole field. You double it. You double it. That's the break phase.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But
yeah. So going back to it, what is our total again? Is 41 for each.
yes, so it'd be
So
82.
the shatter
Yeah.
point is 82 bases. 82.
Wait, no, that'd be wipe. That would wipe
Right.
us out entirely.
Yeah,
That's true.
everybody would be
82,
dead.
which is then cut in half.
To
So
41.
it's 41. Yep.
Okay. So both of us on one side lose any combination of
41.
41 base.
That's it. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I assume
So
we deploy
So
first.
wiping out
defenders.
my entire brigade is probably not a good
Yeah,
idea.
not the plan A. Let me do this.
Right.
Defenders,
Yeah.
deploy. Do your thing.
That's the way I usually work.
Oh yeah, Achilles, you're leading the charge, by the way. By the by.
Hey, wait a minute.
Okay, time out.
Half a moment.
Okay, so we cannot put guns on this hill right here, but we can put
That's
infantry,
correct.
right?
Can't put
That
infantry
is
there.
also
Yeah.
correct.
Well, what's that about infantry? Yes, we can, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
No, I'm-
infantry don't even care.
Oh, I'm sure they care,
Well,
but
It's difficult.
now, for
You can put
infantry,
them-
woods are difficult for artillery. They provide cover versus fire, and they obstruct artillery.
so what I was thinking is put my artillery right behind the woods here. That way, when they come through, it'll catch them by surprise. Not
We
the
won't see
infantry.
'em.
It'll catch the artillery by surprise, but
Surprise, yeah.
Already, the chronologist has dismounted the horses.
Well, he is defending.
True. So, Marshall, you're going to want to put your fellers out there behind the big stripy line.
All right, I'm gonna do what Miles from Little Horse TV does. Is he'll put them like right
Cheat?
there? Yeah.
Cheat. Yeah, that's what he does.
Cheat with both hands.
All right.
Put them up
Oh
there
boy.
in that rocky. Put them up there in that rocky ground, huh?
Yep. And then our other boys.
Marshall, you've learned nothing. You need to spread them out in a long line all the way across there.
Because as is known,
I know, right? And where did you park your artillery, Chrono? Oh, there it is. They're in your
Yeah, put it
center.
over here. Yeah. You could either put yours here to cover this, or you could put it maybe to cover this gap. But
Yeah, I think the road would be good, and we can kind of support each other a little in that way. So
you just need the gun bases if you
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
put that.
I was just noticing that. Let's see here. Achilles taught me it's better to attack in depth, so I'm going to put them like this.
you can't. They got to be hub to hub.
I'm joking.
Oh, got it. You're messing with me.
He's
Yeah.
messing with me,
This-
is what
this-
he's doing.
Fair enough.
It was a jape.
Wait, it was a Mary Jape, and I missed it. Fine.
Mm.
Oh man!
Now,
Another
if I
big
park them
mistake.
here, they would have. Would they? I didn't ever hear you say woods equal cover for
They do.
infantry.
They Well, they provide cover for fire.
But then, if they are attacked by artillery,
Mhm.
isn't it bad to have them in woods?
No, there's
No,
no bad penalty for that. Artillery is obstructed past 2 base widths or 4 inches.
Okay, are they able to fire out of these woods then?
As long as they are directly at the edge of it, yes, that is fine. They're
All right.
they're perfect from right there.
Okay, all right, that's my desired effect. Okay, and then my cavalry,
You can either mount them or dismount them, up to you.
I'm gonna mount them and hold them as I suppose, as a mobile reserve.
A mobile reserve.
A what? A what?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my
What
God.
now?
Achilles is unpersuaded. You know what that means. That's
Who are you? You are clearly not a member of the IKF.
he is playing.
I don't know who
well,
you are.
first of all, he's playing with dolls, so that's
Yes,
Yeah,
he's playing with dolls. He didn't go with the longest line, and he's got something called a reserve. I don't know who this
Yeah.
guy is.
inconceivable.
He's clearly
Yeah.
never played a war game.
well, don't worry, I promise to commit them on turn 1.
Oh, okay,
There you
very
go.
good. I have a reserve which I've committed on turn 1. Brilliant.
Yeah, yeah.
That's every wargamer ever.
That's it,
And-
exactly.
And my artillery is going to be at the very end of my marching column in case I really need it.
Yeah.
Because I expect contact with the enemy, and I wouldn't want anything. I wouldn't want the guns to get dirty.
Good point.
You don't want them up front where they can, get into
Yeah,
action.
you put them up front so they don't get dusty.
Right.
Right?
Somebody shoots them.
All right, attackers, out you come.
Man, Chrono formed a huge column.
Reserve.
You want to make a huge
Ah.
artillery park right here?
Well, you mean like a grand battery? Now, we have to be inside this little orange stripe.
Yes, you
thingy.
do.
Yes.
you do.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
And as you've probably noticed, the movements here are not vast. I mean, the movement distance are not immense.
Yeah.
8 inches.
I'm gonna use the restroom while you finish getting set up.
All right.
Don't worry, you have time.
Like I was, you want a master artillery to cripple these guys behind that wall, or do you want to split it up?
Now, up to you, sir. You're senior. I'm just pointing at the
that
center of the
sounds far
battlefield.
more cutting than respectful,
It is.
I followed it with sir. Now, these 3 portions of the field, it doesn't matter if we overlap on those, right?
No.
No, we
That's
just have to stay
that's
within our orange.
most Stam games he breaks the board down into the 6 spaces, so you can use that for terrain, you can use it for layout, but yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
All right.
One thing is you cannot interpenetrate units from your other player.
Good point. Yes.
So
Boy, you back so soon?
Ha!
Yeah.
Mr. Good
Feel
News
alive.
Nancy.
All I do is try to be helpful. This is the thanks I get. A man unappreciated in his own time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert points out that Grimm didn't make it because there are no plowed fields,
That could be the problem. Yeah.
just standing crops. God, we're spoiled. I mean, this board keeps bugging me because it looks so small. It is 9 feet wide.
The problem is each of these little bases of guys is like a foot wide. So
Yeah, I guess. Well, 8 inches. No, it's
Well-
8 inches, but 8 to 10 inches.
I mean, the campaign fixes that pretty quick.
8 to 10 inches. Yeah, that's 3/4 of a foot right there.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're quite right, of course.
Well, Achilles is
Yeah, it's hard to
spoiled.
get
We played.
both our forces along here.
Mm-hmm.
Achilles is spoiled. We played on a giant map in Los Angeles a month ago, so
3 giant maps.
yeah, they were pretty huge.
Huge.
It was
Guys,
what 5 feet by 5 feet or something, with little
Yeah.
tiny creek spill pieces at 1 centimeter square.
That is,
that were hard to find.
Everybody is. Oh, you guys are still setting up? Just checking.
No, I'm done. I'm waiting
Oh.
on the senior.
Yeah, okay. I'm ready.
All good? All right. Attacker goes first. So we're going to, as I always do, I'm going to try assiduously. By the way, I did put out die rollers. I'm going to try assiduously to follow the established order of play, which tells me the first thing you do is, you have to draw your hands. So shuffle your decks. Be honest.
I don't know.
Shuffle.
Touching my deck.
Touch your decks. Touch your decks. Do you all know how to draw 6 cards into your hand?
I do. I just want to shuffle.
Mouse over the deck and push 6.
Oh, really? You just push 6?
Yep.
6.
Oh.
I should get on a team, probably.
There we go.
Oh, there it is.
Now
They're all upside down, though.
Take a look at those cards.
Oh, there we go. Never mind.
Mine aren't.
Take a look at those cards. Look at them.
Oh, mine all went face up. That's probably not good, right?
No,
No, you.
they're not face up. They're only face up for you.
They're face up for you. Nobody else can see them.
Oh, okay. All right.
My cards are wrapped in cigars.
What does that mean? Does that mean something?
It's a reference to something I heard about.
So our friends, the attackers, will go first. So the question is, you have shuffled. Do you wish to invoke a fire phase?
Yeah, I do.
Do we do that separately?
Yes. You each do that separately. So Vance indicates he wishes to invoke a fire phase.
I
very
do not.
good. So you must play a card, Vance. You must put it down. Put it over here. We'll just decide where your discard deck, because you will need that. And then now you may modify that if you have a fire card that modifies, if you wish to.
During the range, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to do that.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh.
That's what that's for. Very good. So that allows you to re-roll any die that fails to kill. So you'll notice that's the kill portion of the program, not the hit.
Yep.
So very good though. All right. So now you here, sir, have
These guys,
one,
it's the gun.
2, 3 guns. Yeah. And they are going to shoot at those guys who are not behind the crest of a hill. They're not. They're not.
They're within 36.
They are assuredly in range. And you get to real roll. That is a bombardment, as we know, which is 1 die per base. We do not see a dense target. We do not. Does rough? I don't believe rough provides cover, does it?
No,
Rocky
it doesn't.
ground, no, it does not. So we're just
That's not a dense target?
no 3. It's 3 or more deep is dense.
Yeah, there'd have to be another.
Another
Yep,
rank
like
will
a-
get it done. And this is not counter battery. So that's all of it. It's a straight roll. So the howitzers are going to hit on a 4, and the Napoleon, or the 6-pounder, I should say, is going to hit on a 5. So you've got a single howitzer for 4 and 2 for 5.
So this is 2 for 5?
2 for 5.
There's one.
Ooh, that's 1. And 1 for 4.
One.
Okay.
Nope.
Do you wish to play any
one hit.
cards?
Well, no,
Marshall?
he can't.
He can't. One always sticks.
Can't.
Oh,
One
of
always
course.
sticks.
One always sticks. So that's it. It just sticks. Yeah, I just have
Well,
to
I mean,
say.
he could, but he'd be wasting.
Yeah, it'd be
the
wasting
card.
a card. Good point. So
That's right. Let me decide.
So
You're
now
not
you
the
roll
sticking
for
question
me.
is it a kill? Exactly. And our kill roll.
How does that work?
Yeah, it's a
4
separate,
up.
It's a separate. Yeah, it's a 4 up, and you get to re-roll it.
Okay, so kill roll.
Nope, but re-roll.
Nope.
Oh,
Miss.
I saw it roll over from a 6.
Okay,
I saw that
so
roll over.
that's it. So a fire phase. Nobody else can fire, obviously. Achilles did not activate a fire phase. We know that to be true. So then we go back and we continue down our turn order, which is both of you, I guess, may choose to move, combat, doesn't seem likely, or pass. Combat is what brings you into melee. So Vance, what will you do?
I'm going to do a move phase.
All right, a move
With
phase
that
has come
card.
out using that card. Very good. And will you modify that move phase?
I will not.
All right, so he's got a move phase. What you going to do, Achilles?
I am also going to do a move phase. Now, I have a question.
Yes.
You say modify it. That has to be a separate card?
Yes, it is a separate card
It has
with
to have
a
a
bugle
bugle
on it.
on it.
With a bugle on it.
Well, for example, this one.
Yeah.
In,
That is
this
exact.
one-
That is. So you would play one other card and then play that one.
Gotcha. Okay. So, and it doesn't matter which
Doesn't
one I
matter
play.
what. Nope. You're just playing it for the effect.
So we
So-
play
or-
that,
Yep. Good. And now you will play that one.
and then I play this one.
You shouldn't
tomorrow.
have that card, should he?
Yes, because he can still play it for the morale.
Yes.
Okay, I thought we didn't get them in our deck at all.
No, you get them in your. You don't get them in your deck if this isn't accurate.
Okay.
Yep. But that's still good. It's still good for a morale point. So
Okay.
Achilles has played a movement phase, and all moving units get an extra 4 inches.
On his side of the board.
Nice.
Yes, his guys. Yeah, his guys. Gentlemen,
Yeah.
away you go. Make your moves.
Okay. I can move any and all, right?
Any and all.
Okay. Dismounted infantry, I assume, or dismounted cavalry, I assume, moves the same as infantry.
As
does.
foot. Yep.
Okay. So that would be 8.
8 plus
4
4 is
bases,
12.
60
8 plus
inches.
4. Okay.
It's 12. You are not doing anything that looks like it's resulting in disorder. Well done.
Okay.
For if it doth result in
Sorry,
disorder.
the move is in base.
The move is in base widths. Each base width is 2 inches.
Yeah, so
I'm giving it to you in inches, hoping to prevent confusion.
All right.
okay.
Now,
So
once
what
I
were you
get-
giving it to me as?
So foot move is 8 inches.
Now, once I hit those woods, that changes things, doesn't it?
If you hit those woods, you must pay a second card.
Okay.
In theory, you're meant to pay that beforehand.
Is
But
that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't imagine why it matters, but
yeah.
Well, if I knew what I was doing,
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, you're supposed to pay it
Okay.
when you activate the phase, but I look at that and go, oh, okay.
all right.
Or just move up to it this phase, that's all.
Yeah, you know.
I could do that.
Yep.
Could just move up to it.
Yep, sure could.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
That ain't even
No?
difficult for you. You're infantry. Go on in there.
Oh yeah, woods don't. Yeah,
Wood,
we
they
don't care
don't,
about
the
wood.
wood, they don't care about no woods.
Oh, well, there you
The
go.
only thing that messes them up is swamp, stream, rocky ground, and ford.
All righty. So we're good there.
You are behind the crest of that hill. Oh yes, you
We're hiding.
are. Oh yeah. You are. I'd like to say you're lurking. I think you're lurking.
Mm-hmm.
Loitering with intent.
There you go. Anybody got other moves? Because that's what was going on here.
I'm
Well,
done.
yeah, I think I'm done too because
All right.
I'm not feeling a strong desire to move into the crossfire of all those damn guns.
Wow, really?
The heck you say? The heck you say? All right, over here, our dear friends, the attackers, or the defenders, I should say. The defenders.
Oh wait, no, we got to finish. We finish at our phase, right?
That is it. That's all.
Which is draw our card.
No,
No, we
that
draw
happens
our
at the
cards.
end. That happens at the end. You don't get to draw cards until you both get to do it.
No, I
Yeah.
thought no. I
Both
think the
sides,
turn
status
Nope.
phase.
No,
No,
Nope.
look at status
No.
phase. Both sides redraw.
Yeah, but that we can.
Yes.
That's because we have potential
Every
play
turn.
interrupts.
Let me check. Fair enough. Fair question.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
we have to
it's
have full
that's
hand.
every-
a big difference. I'll tell you. Hang on a second.
Let me see.
It happens every turn.
It
Yeah,
does.
sequence
and
of a turn, QRS.
don't use the QRS. That's what I was reading from. Go to the rules. QRS is not helpful. No, I know it happens every
perfectly
turn, but the
helpful.
question is, do you get to redraw before they get to act? That's the question.
Yes.
I believe so.
Oh,
Yes.
you don't know
Everybody
that.
does.
You don't know that.
I do. I
Don't
read the
be-
rules.
You are
Vance knows everything.
Oh, that's right. You did. Never mind. I was about to say you didn't read them. I apologize. I withdraw my statement. You did read them. I just
nothing to do this afternoon. I read the rules.
Ah,
Ah.
you funny.
Play. Where is it? Disengaging. Advanced rules.
No, it's in the basic order of the turn.
Yeah, yeah. I was scrolling through and reading things out.
Yeah, he puts this time he kind of puts stuff in a weird order too, if I may say.
Chapter 4.
If I may. No, it's not. That's the thing. It's basics of play. Redrawing. In the
Trying to find the page.
It's funny because he doesn't say it. I get. It sounds like you guys are leaning away. It's on page 36. Both in the.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah, it sounds like you run through the phases. That probably is going to be the way we're going to have to decide this. But that's interesting. That didn't occur to me.
Oh, the sequence of play on page 30, I think, goes.
Yeah,
through
there
it.
we go. There we go.
The game is playing alternating turns. The game is played in alternating turns. A turn is one side's activity.
Well, that's interesting. And what got me, to be honest, is the fact that so you determined victory at the end of it was really victory that got me. Because
in theory, you could break
you could
someone.
win in your turn is my point, which is a little
Yeah.
unusual.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That is
Yep.
interesting. All right, draw yourselves back to 6. I did not think that was so.
I never played any cards, so.
And so you just hit whatever number you're short. Click that number
Okay.
while mousing over the deck. There you go. Cool. Interesting. All right. So thus corrected and appreciative for that correction. Do you wish to reshuffle? Ha ha ha.
No,
I didn't
I'm
think
good.
so. Do you wish to invoke a fire phase?
Let me check my range. Well, I'll invoke a fire phase. Yeah, why
How
not?
about you, Marshall? You going to invoke a fire phase?
Yeah. First of all, I think these guys are in range here, Fort Texas, of these guns here.
Mm-hmm. They sure.
Okay. So I would like to fire on the Fourth Texas.
No, okay, so first thing you got to do is play a card. Lay out any card. You're gonna have to. You don't know the cards yet very well, but you do have to play one card out to invoke a fire phase.
All right. And let's see here. Which one was it? It was this one here.
That's modifying.
Yeah,
You're
that
gonna
one,
wanna use
that
that
one you probably want to use that one to invoke the phase, and that one to
And then
modify
this
it.
one to modify it. Yep.
How
there
about you,
we go.
Chrono?
Okay.
Any modifiers?
I will also play Yankee Guns.
All right, them Yankee guns are nasty. They may re-roll all to hit dice that failed and all artillery that bombard. Very good. All right, so obviously we are all bombarding. So Chrono, you are firing over there. 1 for 4, 2 for 5.
Yep, and they're all in range. Start with the 4, then go to the 5s. Pow.
Biff pow.
And bang, bang.
That's 1 hit.
Oh, jeez.
All 3. And now
Yep.
Marshall.
All right. Let's roll
It's
3
one.
dice, right?
No, it's 1 for 4 and 2 for 5.
I think this guy is howitzer on the end is out of range.
Is it?
36 inches,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Okay, here's the one.
And don't go from center.
How do I
Hang on a second.
roll?
Oh, no, he's in range, just barely.
What,
Oh, click the number there on the bottom.
1 for
Okay.
4. Miss.
Yep,
And you
You
get to
get- you
reroll
still
it.
reroll.
You get to reroll it.
Oh, okay.
because of your card there.
That's a hit.
And-
So that's 4. And now 2 for 5. And you get to reroll that 3, because right now you're at 5. Okay.
Ouch.
6.
Wow.
So
Okay.
the first question I asked to Achilles for the 4th Texas, I think that's Achilles. You have 5 possible hits. You may play cards.
Six.
To,
6 hits.
6. Oh,
Six
yeah, that's
possible
right.
hits.
6. 6 hits. You may play cards to reduce the possible number of kills.
Only
Up
he's
to
the-
2 cards.
Yeah, up to 2.
I think only one the recruits.
Oh, right. Yeah, they're not even vets.
Oh.
What's that?
They're not vets. They're
I can
recruits.
play-
So you can play 1 card to try to reduce.
Well,
And
it will
how-
reduce.
And
Yes.
how many numbers do you reduce? That's that blue square.
Alrighty. Interesting. Okay. No. Actually, I don't think I will.
All right.
Nope. We're just going to let it stand.
All right. Chrono for 3, and then Marshall for 3.
Okay, 3 dice, just straight 3, right?
Only one.
1. 1. So Achilles, you have to take 2 off.
Okay. Just can I do it that way?
No, well, sure, you can. Yeah, you can do that. That's legit.
Yeah.
And those go into your break
them
box,
even, right?
which set them up over there.
All right.
There you
Over
go.
here.
Perfect.
Or over there too. That works.
That actually is really good. I like that. Yeah. So we keep track. All right, so that's the hit. Very good. That was the shooting. First casualties. There they are. You can collect your cards into a discard pile. Marshall. And Chrono. So what kind of phase are you going to invoke?
I am going to invoke a movement phase and modify it with a retrograde card.
Ah, okay. Very good. How about you,
Hey,
Marshall?
I'm gonna
running
play this
away?
interrupt.
Are you?
Oh,
are
wait.
you
He's
running
got an
away?
interrupt.
Interrupt.
Commander has an interrupt. Poor surveying. That's... Oh, you horrible man.
Places
Wow,
like
I can't believe you do
rocky
this to me.
ground or
All right.
I lose the card. It's red, so I lose the card.
True. That's still evil.
up to 4 bases in diameter anywhere on the table that is
Just
entirely in open ground.
Yeah, it just can't be. I do like the fact you can't spawn it underneath them.
Yeah, they would
Yeah,
have
that's
noticed. I think they would have noticed.
That's important. Yeah.
Where would you like to spawn it, Vance?
I would like a swamp. Right along here.
Just shoot it along the road.
Along the road.
It's 4 base.
Well, it can be
long,
48,
it's gonna
right?
be
It can be up to
no.
8 inches. 8 inches in
8
diameter.
4 base widths.
Yeah. So how much do I got there? One more. One more, dummy. Why are you? Love tabletop simulator. Behaviors. I'll do this. I'll do this. And, well, it can't be in a road, I guess.
Well, it could be, but it would be a really dumb road. Or a road in Louisiana. One or
It
the
can't.
other.
It can't touch the. It can't be on the hill. So
Right.
That's probably fine, honestly.
That's-
or the road. Yeah, those
yeah,
two.
it's
go.
out
Yeah,
of the road.
that's
It's
about
not,
it.
it's not on the road.
Oh, well then. Allow me to continue.
You have apparently, Chrono, poorly surveyed that area.
Apparently so.
Yeah, this
am I
goes
call-
into a pile back here that I can reuse again.
Fire
He's
that
going-
guy.
He's going to retrograde this direction.
And
It's
it will-
8.
and
Now,
it
what-
will be observed
What
he
is
in-
retrograde?
It usually
Retro-
would have been a half, but he played a special card.
Retrograde
Right.
says all units may flank march without having their movement allowances.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
And this guy is also going to sidestep this way.
That's a that whole column is
Battalion to the right, face march. That's everyone else is going to stick where they are, so that's it for my movement.
Marshall, did you do anything?
Mechanical Turk, as many things as you've done, you are more than welcome to steal my cards. Marshall, are you going to invoke a phase?
Hello?
Marshall?
You there?
Marshall, your mic
Oh,
is
you're-
gone, man.
Yeah, your mic is dying, brother.
Take off that wireless. That is not meaningful, Marshall.
You're gonna move them.
I think he
Shake
wants
your
to
head
pack them up.
once.
Yeah.
Shake your head once if
Send your
it's
teammate
yes.
a message.
Send your teammate a message. There you go.
Blink.
Whoa!
Yeah, nope. Nope, Marshall, no. No. Nope, nothing.
Join Team Diamonds and type a message to Chrono.
All right, he's playing 2 cards. I see it now. Got it. He is playing the quick step, which gives him the 4 inches, and he's also. Yeah, you can play as many. So which one of these? Ping one of these cards that you're playing to make the move. Okay, that's the move. So you want to get the retrograde. Got it. So,
I think he needs one more because that's rough ground. That's rocky ground, isn't it?
yep, you are going to need another card. There it is. So he has played out 3 cards because that is rocky ground. So he's doing a difficult thing. So therefore, you may do your retrograde without penalty. And you may move all your units, by the way. Get your cards out of the way. Still not there.
Yeah, your mic is. I don't know what happened to your mic, but it does not sound at all clear.
Well, either he went downstairs or his mic is dying. One or the other.
Anything else? Are you all set, Marshall? Marshall, no.
You're still breaking up really bad.
I think he's done.
Yeah.
No,
Nope,
you're
that didn't help,
still.
brother.
You're very badly broken up.
It's not doing any good, Marshall, at all.
Okay, so
Oh, he's done.
he
is done. He is written
Yeah,
done. Well
he's
done.
done. Well done, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
So, and like I say,
That's-
type it into the chat to Chrono. He could do it. But anyway, draw your hands to 6.
All right.
And Marshall, you do that by mousing over your deck and pressing 5. Not that deck. Nope. There you go. Nope, you grabbed the wrong deck, man. That was your discards. Don't try talking. It doesn't work.
He doesn't get 5, does he? He used 3.
Yeah, he should. You fill up to
Oh,
whatever you
boy.
have left. I have now muted him.
Oh, what am I saying? No, that's
Marshall, Marshall, what are you doing?
no one knows.
You have now drawn 2 separate decks of cards.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. But now put those in your hand. Because that's not your hand.
There you go.
All right. And those are your discards. Got it. No, that's it. That's a discard you grabbed. Oh, no, that was it. Never mind.
Yep.
All right. Logistics. Not that. This. Okay. All right. Switching around to the other side.
Okay.
Advance, do you wish to reshuffle?
No.
Achilles?
No.
Fire phase, Vance?
Yes.
Play a card. Play a modifier. Achilles.
Mm, now, if I don't do fire phase now, I can't do it later, right?
Correct.
So
That's
I might
correct.
as well do it now.
All right, out comes a card, and if modifier if you want one.
All right.
So there's my card, and here's my modifier.
What's he doing this time? Oh, those.
Oh no, I can't.
yeah,
I
you
can't
can't play-
do that.
no, that's not for you.
my
Yeah.
card.
Not for you.
Okay. There's my card, and there's my modifier.
Ooh, a withering fire.
Then I have no modifier.
You will not want to play that because that's a foot card.
Yeah, it says foot units.
It's only foot, not artillery. Unless you're shooting with your artillery, or foot, which is all out of range, I think. That guy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he's a
Oh, he's out of range.
I'm out of
Oh,
range.
Never mind.
Out of range.
Okay. We'll just play
All
that.
right, so Vance will start with you and these guns. I think it's the same thing, right?
We retreated.
Oh, these guys are over the crest.
They're out of range.
Yeah, I don't think you've got a shot.
Everybody's
there.
out of range.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you may as well take your card back.
Yeah, you can take the card back. They went and hid. All right, Achilles, what do you got?
Well, I can do artillery fire, so we might as well.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Counter battery is
Right.
counter battery and cover is at a minus.
Yeah, either one of those is going to be at a minus. It's a question of which one.
I think these guys are the ones in range. The guns are out of range, I think.
What is the range? It's
Those are out of
36.
range.
36.
30.
Oh, geez, they're out of range.
No. You get
Yeah,
it
these
from
guys
this
are.
guy.
Remember,
Yeah,
it's,
these
not,
guys are-
it's not center. It's any near corner.
Yeah, so they're
Oh, okay.
they're just
So they're
in
just,
range.
they're just in range. Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll shoot
All
there.
right, let me just check in one real quick thing. Yeah, remember, yeah, it's all 36 inches. Yep. So, all right, so obviously they're gonna get cover down there. So this all
No, they
winds
don't.
up. Who is she shooting?
Oh, the
at?
cover for the wall. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So it's all gonna be sixes.
Yeah.
So it's 3 6s.
I thought cover was only -1.
Right. It's a 5 and a 6, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
Yeah, it'd be 5 and 2 6s. Because
Yeah.
the howitzer is on a 4, right?
Got
Yeah.
it. Yep. So it's a 5 and 2 6s, Achilles.
Okay. 2 6s.
No.
Nope. And
One
the last
five.
5.
No.
Nope.
So that's the fire phase.
All right.
Vance,
Where's
do you
the-
wish to do a combat
discard?
or a movement
This-
or pass?
This is the discard over here.
We're going to do a move.
No, it's down here.
It's this one. Yeah, this one.
Oh.
No, that one up here
Oh,
is
there it
that one out there is the purged Eric deck.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. All right. And now, what you doing? What you doing, Vance?
I'm activating a move,
Move.
Activating a move.
and I'm going to modify it with this.
Oh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Change formation and then move. Very good.
Yeah, so
That's-
these
Oh.
artillery are going to limber and move.
Oh. well,
Ooh, look at that.
So you want to
Fancy.
you just got to grab one limber. The way they describe it, you grab one limber
Oh, okay.
and you pick one gun. And you keep it there. And then the other two go off board.
Okay.
It represents that. There you go. That's it.
Hmm.
And so these other two, yep. And now they move.
Okay.
They appear to be approaching. Night, Matt.
Yeah, Marshall, your mic is still messed up, brother.
No, I've silenced him.
Yeah, he's still. I'm getting stuff from him. You may
Yeah,
silence him for yourself. You silence him for
Ah,
yourself.
okay, good. Yeah, then I'm at peace. Good luck with that. All right, so Vance, you've done this. Any other moves?
Yeah. These guys.
Uh-oh.
I think he's trying to sort his mic problems
let's
out.
see. Yeah, he's trying to call.
Oh no.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hold on, we lost Achilles temporarily.
Oh, have we?
Seems so. We also lost Marshall. Entirely.
Okay,
Hey,
now
welcome back.
now you can hear me, right?
Yep.
We can hear you fine, yeah.
Sorry,
Yes.
he called me to tell me that to try to see if he can fix it, but he's going to try rebooting. Okay, Vance, did you finish your move?
I have finished my move.
All
Okay,
right, so I see
so-
Achilles. You have invoked a what? A move?
I move. Yeah,
Do you have a
My-
modifier?
I
for it?
move.
Any
I
modifier?
do not.
All right, away
I
you
do
go.
not. Okay. Oh, let me get that card out of the way first.
Sure.
And- Oops. 888. There we go. And there.
Oh lordy.
You're
There you
better.
go.
Better now.
Can at least hear you. No,
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 I'm
you're
not
just
around.
soft. You're yeah, can hear you clearly. You're just soft. That's all.
Is he clear to be unmuted?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
That's your second mistake of the day.
Yeah, there you go. That's much better. All right.
All right, my moves are done.
All right. Cool.
All right, sorry about that. This is the second time. This is a relatively new headset. I don't know what's going on.
It's wireless.
Is it a wire? Is it a
Of course
wireless?
It is.
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
Wireless,
yeah.
Wireless
Oh, yeah.
trash breaks.
Yeah.
No, I hate wireless technology. It's stupid. And people are like, "Oh, it's great." No, it isn't. No, it sucks.
Yeah.
It really doesn't work well. All right, so you guys are all done. So please
Sure,
redraw your-
Grandpa.
What's that?
That's okay, Boomer.
Okay, Boomer. Yeah. Please redraw your decks. Redraw your decks.
Okay.
And I come over here and I ask my good friends, the Union, do you wish to invoke a fire phase, Chrono?
Hold on. Before they
But-
do
yeah.
anything,
Yeah, yeah.
I have a card to play.
Which card do you think it'll play?
Cool.
This
Oh,
one
let me
right
see that.
here, which I have to play before they start their turn.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to be within 12 inches of them, and I
Yeah.
am.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize. Wow, yeah.
Whoa,
That's
whoa.
you are doing it at exactly the right
Nice.
spot. I had ignored that. Who is our 12-incher? That, yeah, right there.
This is very mean and cruel of you.
Yeah, so shooting
yeah.
right at Chrono, so that's who it applies to. You roll a die and discard that many cards.
Ooh,
Oh, that's a lot of cards.
yeah, that's not great.
And this is a red one, so where do you
Yeah.
want me to put it?
It's put that in the in this deck.
Okay.
In
Well
that
played,
deck?
sir. Well played, sir. So Chrono, I ask you again. Will you invoke a fire phase?
I don't think so.
All right. Suddenly they couldn't shoot it. That's wicked. Vance, Marshall, will you invoke a fire phase?
Yes, I will.
Please play a card.
I am curious what happened here with this artillery. I only see one.
It has
Yeah.
limbered.
It has limbered and moved up.
Oh, okay, so it's still 3 guns,
It
but that's
is.
limbered. state.
It is
Okay.
now represented by a limber.
Okay. Okay, so here is going to be. Let's do this for the to start the turn or the move, and
Yep.
then let's do this to fire, and it will be
Well,
the
that's not for
artillery on
firing. This is moving. Oh, sorry, you are firing. I'm an idiot. Forgive me.
Yeah.
You get to
Yeah.
re-roll all hits. Very good. Who's going to shoot?
and just the same as last time. Artillery again on the poor fourth Texas.
Yeah, 4 and 2 5s.
Yeah. Okay.
A
Here
4 and 2 5s. You get to re-roll hits
we go. Okay.
or misses,
4?
I guess. Yeah. Re-roll it.
Okay.
Yes,
Ooh.
1 hit, and now 2 5s. Re-roll the 1
Okay.
miss.
Nope.
Nope, 2 though.
So,
So Achilles, do you wish to play a card to get rid of 1?
No, I wish to play a card to get rid of 2.
You may not because you only have 2.
Oh, that's right. That's
You got to
right.
take one. You got to take one. Yeah.
I have to take a hit. Dang it. Oh, I'm going to use this one.
What does that? Oh, what does that do?
It only applies to veterans, and since I don't have any, it doesn't matter.
So you will play that card, but again, you get to keep it. You don't get to. It doesn't ditch, so you just discard it. But that does take 1, so that means for you, Marshall, 1 die trying to stick it on a 4.
Oh, there you go
no,
again.
You're gone again.
Your headset's going wonky
Your
again.
mic's gone again.
Buy a wired headset.
I always buy wired.
All right, so
At least then if something goes wrong, I know it's something in the connection.
he has
I can-
fired. He has
testing,
missed.
testing.
There you
There
are.
you go.
Testing.
There you are.
I wonder if my USB port is going bad.
Could
I
certainly.
Might be.
I switched the port.
All right, so Chrono,
That might be it,
I
yeah.
come over to you. You may invoke 1 phase. What would it be?
I'm going to invoke a movement phase.
A movement phase. Nothing to modify it with. Marshall, do you wish to invoke a phase or pass?
Well, I just did a fire phase, right?
No, now is the time when you invoke either a move or a combat, which normals call melee.
I'm not gonna move.
All right, he's not moving and he's not meleeing. Chrono, it's you, man. What are you doing?
Well, we're going to retrograde 4 inches now.
Oh yeah, it's only half. Only half. No bugles for you.
Yeah, no, it's very unfortunate.
But
And these
this-
guys are going to change formation.
Look at that. And there's the limit of it. Yep.
How did you do that? How did you get them to snap into a line like that?
So you select them, and then you hit the number of ranks.
Hitting.
Hit the number of ranks you want, and it'll put them in ranks.
So in his case, he
Like-
pressed a 1.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
The one thing to note is that
Okay.
it doesn't care about the flag base. So if you have the whole unit selected, it will put the flag somewhere random. It will put the-
In
So
addition-
if Jim is watching, you have to fix it immediately.
Jim is the only one that cares about that. So.
I care about it.
Yes, Chrono does. That's why I don't spawn Confederates to fight him. See?
I think that's the end of the turn. So
Yeah, I
I'll
was
draw
going
back
to
up.
say that's the end of the turn. So Chrono misses his cards badly.
I do. I want my
Give
cards.
me my cards. That is the end of a turn. Yeah, these
You
turns,
Kidding? Send me back my legions.
these turns go,
Achilles, you get to draw.
turns go quickly. Yeah, Achilles, did you? Everybody, yeah, and Marshall, you get to draw to 6. You all have done that.
Achilles, you get a card.
No, because I spent one during their turn.
Correct.
You still get it.
Yeah, you still have to draw back.
Yeah, all players.
Well,
draw.
I do now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all players
Yeah.
draw. So you get
Yeah.
to draw. So now, Marshall, are you at 6? You are good. So we go over here. Do either of you, Vance or Achilles, want to reshuffle?
No.
No.
All right. Do either of you want to create a fire phase?
No, not me.
Yes.
Achilles, make a fire phase. Please play a card.
All right. This one I could not play for myself. I have to play it for morale. So.
Correct.
I don't think you want to play it for yourself.
Yeah, I was going to say that would be
I
bad.
know.
That'd be
It simply says
bad.
Confederates are chronically short. It doesn't say anything about us.
That's right.
All right. So
It would
any-
be bad.
anything to modify your fire phase?
I didn't even look for that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, looky there. Shoot the whiskers off a cat. There you go. 2 dice per base instead of the normal 1. There you go.
Nice.
I'm going to play this.
Oh, cruelty. It's bad. Oh, bad fuses.
Bad fuses.
You must re-roll all your hits.
Oh, that's
Now
unfortunate.
you have to remove that card.
So that's 4.
Now that applies just to the artillery, right? The card
Yeah.
that he just played.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. I think
So-
you're
So it's 2 for you're going to get 2 for 5 and 4 for 6. Re-rolling all
Okay.
hits.
Okay. I wasn't done modifying.
Oh, well,
I thought you only play 1, I think. Right?
I'm not
Or
sure that
can
that's
you-
true. I'm not sure that that's
I
I'm
thought
not sure
so.
that that's true.
Yes, it
either.
is.
Is it?
Pretty
Okay.
sure you can only play one.
Let me look.
Vance
What?
is
I thought
busting
you can
stuff
play as
out.
many
I love
modifiers
it. I love it.
as you wanted, man.
No, it's on the. No, you can only play one modifier, I think.
Let me find it. Sequence of play.
Yeah. I want to wait
In the
for
fire-
confirmation.
In the fire phase, you can only play one modifier.
I'm curious now. Is that the case everywhere? In all of them, all the
I
phases.
think it's just the fire phase.
Let me see.
No, I think it's just the fire phase.
Okay.
Basics of play. Let's prepare to the basic game plays. Where's page 30? Okay, I remember page 30.
He's got this whole sequence set up as a separate dealie, which is all right. Banner playing 2 invoke a phase.
You may play a modifying card.
Yep, 1 card.
Tragic, I say.
So
All right.
in that instance,
Okay,
it's
so
2 for 5, 4 for 6. Rerolling all hits.
2 for 5, 4 for what? 2 for 5.
4 for 6.
Okay. Right. Okay. 2 for 5. All right. 2 for 5. Missed both.
And
Great.
4 for 6.
And 4 for 6. Damn it.
Not a thing.
I didn't even play my card. Jeez.
Yeah, no kidding. Not helping myself here at all.
All right. So that was the fire phase.
All right. But I'm not done with my fire phase because I wanted to shoot.
Continue.
My infantry wanted to shoot.
Oh, very good.
Just because they wouldn't let me modify it doesn't mean I don't get to shoot it, right?
Well, that's right.
Volley too. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, this is. Ooh, yeah. That is volley range. Mm-hmm.
There's no terrain. It's just flat open field.
Yeah. Wow.
Now they go by unit, right?
It's
So
by base.
Like in LaSalle,
Oh,
except a little
Yeah,
bit more
yeah,
complicated.
yeah, exactly. Kron was exactly right. Think about it like LaSalle.
Uh-huh.
This is small arms. It's 1 per base. This is dismounted cavalry, so it hits on a 5+, and it's 1 per base. So 4 for 5s.
Okay. Back to that again. Oh, at least I got 2
Ooh,
this
ow.
time.
2 hits. Do you wish to reduce?
Yeah, I'll use this to reduce.
So 1 comes in, discard. You get to. So Achilles, roll 1d6. You want a 4 or better to stick a kill.
There you go.
And he does.
Ooh,
Take it away.
Oh,
One guy has fallen dead. There it goes. Any further
All
firing
right.
Achilles?
Yeah, the Ross Volunteers.
They're out of range, I think.
I think they're out of range. Damn it. I thought I'd gotten into range, but apparently I did not. So never mind.
Never mind that at all. Yeah,
Never
short
mind,
range is,
never mind.
What, 12 inches? Okay.
12. Yeah.
All right, very good.
What's the difference between, you said skirmishing fire and volley fire?
Skirmishing fire is when you're shooting into something that would otherwise be obstructed. The best example I can see right here
Okay.
is if somebody's on the other side of a crest.
Yeah, like if you had a guy here and I had a guy here,
Okay.
and they were
You
within
do
12
that
inches,
skirmish
like,
shooting.
they would be
Or
skirmishing each
if
other.
you're penetrating into trees, which usually
Yeah.
only goes 4 inches. So let's say these guys were backed up a little bit, and he had guys at the base of the hill. He could shoot up into the trees, assuming he had range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, instead of saying line of sight from tree blocks, it basically assumes that anywhere within that 12-inch zone is you have skirmishers out there shooting at each other.
All right.
So there is no skirmishing. Or sorry, that was the end of the fire phase, I should say.
End of the fire.
Vance, a movement combat phase. Movement or combat phase or a pass?
Movement
Movement.
for sure. Oh, I'm gonna spend that for the movement.
Will you modify it?
I don't think so.
All right, I'll leave you to your movement. You know how. Achilles, move or combat?
My artillery. These guys are unlimbering.
Ah, very good. And you will remember that you're to. Yes, exactly that way. Brilliant. Achilles, what are you gonna do?
We're going to move.
Will you modify?
No.
Okay. Move away. That gun, that battery, I should say, is now closer.
Fired our guns. The rebels kept coming.
Oh dear.
They weren't as many as there were a while ago.
They're a stubborn lot. They are a stubborn lot. That is the 4th Texas. I don't like them anyway. They're from some weird part of Texas.
Now, how straight do I have to move? Can I slide
Up to 45 degrees.
kind of diagonally?
Up to 45 big degrees.
All right. And canister is a thing, right?
Yep.
Yes.
It
Canister is within
definitely
12
is a
inches.
Here's the thing.
12 inches. Suddenly go from 1 to 2 dice per base.
It's a thing we're gonna find out the hard way right about now. Let's see.
Not quite. Not quite.
Okay.
I'll
Everybody's
move.
moved.
I see Vance moving up there. Good.
Oh, they're coming.
Yeah. Besides, this one doesn't count. So if I get the 4th Texas wiped out,
Yeah,
who cares?
exactly.
True.
Well, as we have discussed offline, one of the things about Longstreet is if you get your units really, really gassed, you can. There's a minimum troop level you have to have. The game takes pity on you.
My favorite rule.
Even if they survived the battle, they could all die from typhus.
That's also true, where they don't take pity on you at all.
Typhus doesn't care.
Typhus don't care none.
Oh wow, that's a wheel.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Cavalry's doing something strange.
Mounted, they have a longer move. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
They only
yeah.
got an extra 4 inches, I think. So.
Yeah, that's all my move.
All right. Refill your hands, gentlemen.
Fill your hand, you son of a bitch.
what? Yeah. All right. I come over to this side, having seen hands refilled. I see it. I ask both sides of the Union, do you wish to invoke a fire phase?
I think I do.
Then you must play a card. Marshall, you?
Yes.
Yes.
Then play a card, please. Chrono, will you modify it?
I think I will. We're gonna shoot some whiskers off a cat.
Oh, that's a nasty one. Marshall, will you modify it? He will.
Yes, I will.
Oh, another exposed position. Oh, so terrible. Chrono, we'll start with you. We'll start left or right. See if we can get into a rhythm here. What you got? Oh, look at
I
that.
got 4, 4, 5.
4. Yeah, that's what that is.
Pow, bang, bang, pow. It hit.
One. You can't get rid of it, so why don't you roll to see if you can make it stick, unless you're shooting somebody else at him. No.
No stickiness.
Next.
This will probably be more effective.
He says with a sunny optimism.
Sunny optimism. So it's going to be 2 for 4 and 4 for 5.
Yeah, that's how that plays. 2 for 4, 4 for
He's
5.
got to shoot he's got to shoot the closest, right?
No, he's got to shoot
only 'cause
somebody.
of the canister.
If there's somebody in canister range, he has to shoot them. And there isn't. They're just
Not yet in canister range. So that's 2 hits.
Yep.
Okay.
4 for 5.
4 hits.
4 total hits. Do you wish to reduce those, 4th Texas?
Oh, it depends on. I
Oh, you're
guess.
gonna no. Yeah, if you're gonna keep shooting, you have to keep shooting.
I'm just wondering if Marshall's going to shoot at them. He's going to shoot someone else.
Yeah, who are you gonna shoot at, Marshall?
I was.
He
thinking
can't
that-
shoot at them. Actually, he has to shoot here, doesn't he?
Is it within 12?
Oh, I don't know.
If
I
it's
think
within
I'm right
12,
at
you
no.
12.
yeah, that's 12.
So 3rd Arkansas is my preferred.
Yeah, they're gonna
target.
have to go there. Anybody else? Anybody else you got that could shoot at the 4th Texas?
No, they're small arms out of range.
All right. In that case, so we were back to the question of 4. Achilles, do you want to try to reduce?
No.
4 to attempt to stick it at a 4.
Oh, wait.
What?
Hold on. 1 second. My
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will try to reduce it.
Oh,
I
2.
forgot that this isn't just a one deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So he reduces it by 2, puts the card back in the deck, into his discards, I should say, and so you got to try to stick 2.
So for Achilles, you can actually try to take 3 off
nothing.
if you want.
Nothing.
They're living a charmed life. All right, over to Marshall then.
Marshall.
All right, let's go ahead and fire.
Oh boy. So you're going to use this canister, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And now they are. Here's the thing. Just to go over the rule, because I was looking this up. These suckers block artillery fire past 4 inches. Obviously, not relevant here. But there it is.
They have cover though, I think.
Does
I'll be right
that-
back.
Does
I
it
have
give
cover.
Does it give them cover standing crops? No, it does not.
Oh no, it just obstructs. Yeah, okay.
Because it obstructs, it does not give cover.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So that is 2 for 4 and 4 for 5. Yep.
That's what canister is?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
doubled.
doubles.
It doubles each base. It's not one. It's not 1 die. It's 2.
Yep.
1.
Oh, okay, 1,
And now 4 for 5.
and then. Really?
Ooh.
Wow.
That's like Yahtzee.
And so there's only 1 hit but he does get to re-roll it.
So I can't
so-
take it off.
Yeah. So it can't be blocked. So 1 for 4 over here.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Miss
Re-roll.
re-roll. I don't know how exposed
Re-roll
that
again?
position was.
Are you telling me to re-roll again?
Yeah. Well, you
Yes,
you get to
you use a
re-roll
card.
That re-roll. That 1 is what you get to re-roll.
oh, ew.
Absolutely nothing. The men of the
Okay.
5th Ohio Independent Light Artillery Battery are being sent back for eyeglasses.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
OJ is cringing right now.
Yeah, OJ,
I can't believe that. That was a big roll. Too.
they shamed you. They shamed you. Any
Yeah.
other shooting
Yeah.
for you, Marshall?
I don't think I have anything else in range.
I don't think you do either, but I'm asking. All right, so
Yeah, so negative.
all right, very good. So, Chrono, will you invoke a move or a combat phase?
I think I'm gonna move.
He'll invoke a move. Will you modify that move?
I will not.
All right, so you're just gonna move. How about you, Marshall? Move or combat? Question mark.
Yeah, I would actually like to go ahead and make a move.
All right, play a card to move. And do you wish to modify?
No, it's just a standard movement, and it's
Alright,
just
wait.
cavalry, and I can go 45?
45 degrees.
oblique?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, so I can go like this, and it's what, 4 inches or 8?
For movement?
Would it?
No,
yeah,
they're-
for the
they're-
cavalry.
Their
They're on
movement is,
they're
no,
mounted.
no. I mean, you're going to run into trouble because obviously you're running out of space there. But cavalry in their basic formation is 16.
Okay.
No, too
That-
far.
But
No,
that's
no.
way
Yeah.
too wide.
Yep.
So I would have to change formation.
Or you could sidestep for 8 instead.
Yep. In which case
Yeah,
you can
let's do
basically
that.
do anything you want.
Well, if I touch that base, though, well, I don't think I will.
No.
Okay.
There you go.
How do we feel about that? Is that a little too?
No, that's fine. That's legit.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right, so you're done, Chrono.
All right.
Do you got other moves you want to do, Marshall?
Negative.
Chrono, you?
Let me scoot these guys slightly. Okay, now I'm good.
All right. Very good. That is all of it. Okay, very good. So refill your decks, and that would be for anybody who interrupted on the Confederate side too. Refill.
Okay.
And we spin around and say, do either Vance or Achilles want to reshuffle?
No.
Hey,
No.
Achilles, guess what?
Oh, he had that same card. He's a jerk.
Can I play
Oh,
a red
what'd you
card
do?
now?
It depends. He did the you can't hit an elephant on you.
So I have to lose
1d6.
cards? Is it?
1d6.
Oh, 1d6. That's right. That's right.
So
It was you that had to lose
Roll
5.
one.
I
Yeah.
rolled a 2.
So you must
Ah.
discard 2 of
There
your
you go.
cards.
I
What card
must
would you like to
discard.
play, Marshall?
Okay. 1,
I wanted to play this
Yeah,
one.
let's see that there.
2. Okay.
Is no one? He's not only when he's
He is not
reshuffling.
reshuffling right now at this time. At least he has not said so. Vance, are you reshuffling?
I am not.
He's not. So you
No,
gotta
I
hold
am
that-
not reshuffling.
Hold that card, Marshall. And are you reshuffling, Achilles?
No.
All right,
No.
Vance, are you doing a fire phase?
I certainly am.
All right, a card, and will you modify it?
Playing that card to shoot, and I am playing this card to modify it.
Oh, there it is. Reroll to hits. All right, let's do that. Who's shooting?
These gents here, the third Arkansas.
Third Arkansas. Are they within 12 inches?
He shot me at
Oh
canister.
yeah, sure he did.
Well,
he
if
did.
he shot me with
So
canister,
it's
12.
base by base. So
So-
that guy's good. That guy's good. That guy's good. And that guy's good.
I don't think this guy's any good.
Let's see. Is that a corner? Yeah, he's out. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so it's
It is
4.
4. Is small arms modified the way a limber is?
Against what?
Small arms. Small arms.
It's. I don't think so. Let me find it.
Because counter battery is penalized, is why I'm mentioning it.
Small arms is not.
Okay,
Looking at
good.
the QRS.
So then it is small arms, 1 per base. This is, yeah, that's it. So 4 for 5. Yep, 4 for 5. Rerolling misses.
and I get to re-roll.
Any misses.
Yep, 4 for 5.
1 and
So I
3
roll
rerolls.
3.
Nope. Do you wish
Nope,
to
1 hit.
Do you wish to expunge? Well, you can't. So roll to get it to stick on a 4.
Oh, he does.
You will excuse the
There you
gun.
go.
Marshall?
It's you, Marshall.
You must take a gun. Which one do you wish to lose?
Well, actually, I was thinking this one because it's going to be masked by the wall if the 4th Texas comes closer anyway.
All right, so I'll take it.
And I think my attention is going to be on the Arkansas boys.
I need to put it in the nose. I need to put it in the nose zip sorting bin. So
Fair enough.
okay, so he goes to the nose zip sorting bin. There he goes. Other shooting fans?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My artillery's back in range.
Are they? Yeah.
Hmm.
That's gonna be your. That's gonna be your
Can I?
target.
These guys are the crest. Yeah, this is gonna be.
Yeah, there's your target. Yep. Everybody in? Is everybody in?
Yep.
Should
Okay,
be.
so we're on the shooting
Yeah,
phase.
we're working through Vance's. Get you in a sec.
Right.
So it's.
So
Does this card modify?
1, 4, and 2 5s.
I'm just checking. Oh, foot units. Yeah,
No.
it doesn't. Yeah. 1, 4, 2 5s.
1, 4. 2 5s.
Ooh! Do you wish to take one of them
Oh.
away, Marshall? You may take one away.
Yes.
Play
And I
a
need
card
to
that
keep
shows a
the card.
morale of 1. Put that in the discard. I see it. Great. Pitch it. And now try to make 1 stick, Vance.
With a
4 or better.
what's it?
1d. There it
Ooh.
is. Pick 1 base in the back there, Marshall.
Right here.
I'll take that.
Let me pass this over then, because I lost this guy the other day.
Thank you. Trying to make sure I got them good and sorted, but these look to be all Union guys. There's the Texas boys. All right, other shooting, Vance.
No other shooting.
All right, Achilles, did you want a fire phase?
Yes.
All right, lay it down. Did you want to modify it?
Yes.
All right, so there's the card that starts the ball, and what's the modifier? A withering fire. Reroll hits. Got it. And so who's shooting?
Parsons Cavalry and Ross's Volunteers.
All right, so we'll start here. So that's 4 for 5. Actually, we can add them up, can't we? We're smart. That's
Yeah, they're all shooting on 5s anyway.
Two more. How about that one?
I think he's out of arc.
Oh, good point. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 for 5. Rerolling hits.
Ooh, not bad.
Whoa.
3 rerolling 3. Very nice.
Okay.
Four.
Make it
4.
4.
You want to get rid of one of
4
those?
hits.
A couple of those?
I'll get rid of 2.
Get rid of 2. That card is gone. So now try to make 2 stick Achilles. 4 or better. Oh
jeez.
no! Oh no! Didn't happen. All right, cards go away.
That went wrong.
Vance, move, combat, or pass?
Oh, wait.
Oh, sorry, what
wait.
you got? You got somebody else? Sorry.
My guns still can fire, right?
Oh, of course they can.
Yep.
Same target.
Well, we
These
know what that
boys
is.
good.
It's 1 for 5 and 2 for 6.
Okay.
Haven't moved.
Let's see. 2 for 6.
2 for 6.
Both
No,
miss.
1 for 5.
Man, it was not going well.
A lot of blue curve fire in here. I see.
There we go.
There's one. Can't get rid of it, so try to make it stick on a 4.
Ow!
There we
There,
go.
bam! Give me one. Give me one.
My toe!
Into that broke box. My toe. All right. Any other shots, Achilles?
No, that should be everybody.
All right. Over to Vance then. Movement, combat, or pass.
Movement. What am I going to use to do the movement? I am going to play this as a move card, and I'm not going to modify it.
All right.
That's there.
Got it. So you're going to do a movement. I
So
trust
those
you.
guys fired, so they can't move.
Right. Anybody that fired can't move. Achilles?
Mm-hmm.
Movement? Oh,
Yes,
look
sir.
at that. Looks like that. And any modifiers to that?
No, sir.
All right. Just move away then. Vance has decided, well, since I don't care about this particular game,
Hey, I care.
I like... No, I
Okay,
respect
deeply.
it. I like it. It looks good, too. It looks good.
Oh, you're kind of real close.
He is coming into your love space.
We are in spitting distance, brother.
He's approaching
Oh,
he is approaching your no-no square.
I saw that.
Hey, it's red. Good to see you, man. Yeah, absolutely. It actually
Healthy
does.
move 8.
8. 8.
Oh, god damn it. I don't know why I was
8,
moving.
8
12.
Achilles.
LaSalle is 12.
Yeah, he's doing his LaSalle
Yeah.
moves. He's practicing for tomorrow.
I am. I'm making LaSalle moves.
These guys should probably
Sorry.
go back.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because I moved them 12, too. Jeez.
It's okay. It's our first time playing these rules.
It's interesting. Tommy McGuire made the comment, this uses more cards than CNC Napoleonics. He's right.
It's true.
It does.
It's mostly card driven.
It is. I'm struck. It is.
Yeah, it is.
It's heavily card driven. I don't mind it. But it's striking.
All right.
How big are our decks at the start? 46?
36.
32.
36 with 6 cards stripped out.
Oh. Okay. I'm at 23.
Isn't that convenient on TTS as opposed to real life?
I can count the cards
Yeah.
just by putting my hand over it.
All right. Everybody good and done moving?
Yes, sir.
All right, refill your
I
hands,
am.
refill your hands, refill your hands. I come over here and I ask Chrono and Marshall, do you wish to reshuffle?
I do
No.
not. I think I'll decline.
All right, Marshall's going to decline. Yes or no?
Yeah, I'm not going to reshuffle.
No reshuffle. All right, Chrono, Fireface?
I will invoke. I think I will invoke a fire phase.
All right, will you modify it?
I will with a withering fire.
How about you, Chrono? How about you, Marshall? Will there be a fire phase?
Yes.
All right, lay down a card. Will you modify it?
Yeah, we're going to use that to, well, is it, yeah. Well, wait. One card activates, the second card modifies.
Correct.
Or allows you to fight. Yeah, so okay.
Correct. This does not that does not benefit fire. It's got a bugle.
Geez.
It's got to have a rifle on it.
Yep.
Well, I don't have one with the rifle.
All right, so you're just doing a fire
Wow.
phase. Chrono, what you do? What naughty thing you're doing? Withering fire, which is rolls to hit. Let's start over here on the left. I see 4 for 5s.
Got it.
Vance is doing something unpleasant to Marshall.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Roll all of those.
Reroll all those.
Got one out of it.
One out of it. Can't get out of it.
Who
Roll to
was
stick
shooting
it. That's a 4.
Is that
Wait.
Parsons?
Yeah,
You're shooting at?
he's shooting
Okay.
at Parsons Cavalry.
Got him that time.
Give me one, Achilles.
Yeah, just take that one. That's fine.
All right, next, Chrono.
Don't
I
take the
think-
one with Fidelis's great-great-grandfather.
I think I have to cancel those guys.
That's well, you got to get him with this guy.
Yeah, these guys can't shoot.
Yeah,
then,
those
so
guys
it's
got
gonna be
nothing there. But that guy does. That's a smooth bore. So that is 2 for 5s. No rerolls. 2 for 5.
Got one, and these guys are gonna shoot at him. So
Oh, very good, very good, very good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for 5. 5 for 5.
Rerolling hit. Yep, 5 for
5
5.
for
Rerolling
5
hits.
rerolling hits. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So 2 so far.
2 so far. Rerolling 4. 1
3.
more. 3. Do you wish to get any pressure off the 4th Texas? You can get rid of up to 2. Playing a single card.
Let's see now.
You can play 2 cards to do this.
I thought you couldn't do that on a.
I thought you said I could only play
He's
one.
on a
he's a
recruit.
He can only do one on a recruit.
Yep. Veterans get 2.
Right. Okay.
Veterans and
That's
sorry.
right.
Okay, so we'll play that
Oh,
one.
2. He's got him anyway. So that means 1 possible.
Got him.
Stuck it. Give me 1.
Sorry, I was discarding.
Sure.
Let's take that one.
All
Doesn't
right.
really matter.
Hey, if you put him over in the sort, thank you.
And that will be it for my fire phase.
Marshall, who are you shooting with?
Hey,
Okay.
Oh, an interrupt. An interrupt.
Yeah.
All foot fire is skirmish fire. Means it hits only on 6s. Oh, dear.
Oh boy. Now
Marshall?
I could fire with my artillery, couldn't I?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I could do canister here
Yeah.
again, couldn't I?
Is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Absolutely.
right, let's do that then.
Do the
because
canister
we're not
first.
gonna-
Do the canister
Yeah, because obviously the rifle fire's been nerfed.
It has.
Well-
It's been mightily nerfed. It's been mightily nerfed. It is
It can still
Doesn't mean you
fire,
can't
though.
do it.
2 for 4
Yeah,
and 2
you can
for
still
5.
fire.
Yeah, you can still shoot. It's just less effective.
Take the shot. It's free.
Yeah. So we start
Okay,
with
here
we
we
start
go.
with the guns at 2 for 4 and 2 for 5.
Okay, 2 for 4. Now, Achilles, you're going to tell me something,
1.
I think.
And now 2 for 5.
I was just going to say, now you know how I feel when we play Virgin Queen.
Right?
Do you wish to deplete that by 1, Vance?
I do. How do I wish to do that?
That's a good question.
Third
question
Arkansas is
only
very
you can
glad to
answer.
hear that 1, so you can discard that. Try to stick 1, Marshall, with a 4+.
Okay.
You
No.
do not. No hit. All right, so that's all for the artillery. Those guys are out. These guys, though, could shoot, yeah? So
Yeah, they're being
this
sixes,
is
though.
this thing
Mhm.
from our dear friend Sam, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy shoot here. This guy shoots there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for 6 there.
This is me firing the rifles.
It is.
That's,
Yep.
that's
Mhm.
you.
I was like, I didn't think I was doing that. Okay, 4
No,
for 6.
As Vance said, it's a good idea. You might as well do it, even though it is just
Yeah.
for 6.
It's a free
You don't
shot.
get to,
Yeah.
you don't get
Yeah,
to
well-
take the ammo back, so it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
So that is one. That is one possible over there, and then you get 1 for 6 here.
No.
So 1 possible hit to stick on the 5th Texas with a 4 or better.
Okay. Yes.
Got him. And a base, please. Thank you. All right, refill. Discard your cards, gentlemen, and refill your decks.
No, we have to do movement.
No,
Whoever fires first,
they've
right?
got to do
Oh,
their movement.
I'm such a fool. I was so excited. That was a nice,
I
smooth
know.
phase. It was well done. I apologize. It was just very well done. So, Chrono, movement / combat?
I will invoke a movement.
A movement. Will you modify it?
I will not.
Marshall, movement or combat?
Geez. Yes. I want to move these horse dudes.
All right. So, give me a movement card then. Very good. And there it is. And okay. So move them.
Okay, so I want to put these guys over here, but I'm not sure mechanically how exactly to do that.
Well,
because
the way you got to
obviously
do
there
it, you're
should
going
be
to
a
have to
change
slide
in
them.
base.
You're going to have to slide them sideways one more time.
Okay, like
You go ahead and
like
do that.
so.
And I'm curious to see how much you have left, because if you get as far as 8,
Yeah, that's
you can. That's it. So you stop there, and then next turn, you're up there.
Okay, on the next turn though.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, done.
Any other movement?
Can I? Hang on. They can change formation, meaning I can dismount them, right?
No. They can only make. They have to choose. It's either move or change formation.
But what about the card? All active units may change formation.
That's if
and
that's
move.
well. First
Oh,
of all, you would
all
have
right.
had
The
to play
order's wrong. Yep.
right.
Yep.
You would have had to play another card, and secondly, you did it backwards.
Okay, no problem. Okay, it's fine. All right.
Did you play a card for this move?
He did.
Or that one?
He played a
Okay.
card. He in fact played the move out card. And Chrono, you're done.
Yes.
Cool. Now, please refill your hands. Thank you.
Refill.
Refill. You too, Achilles.
Yeah. I was counting up how many I had.
Vance / Achilles, do you wish to reshuffle?
Mm-hmm. No.
Vance?
Whoa. Oh, okay. Do I wish to reshuffle? No.
Okay.
No.
Vance, will you create a fire face?
Yes.
Will you modify it?
I will create a fire phase with that.
All right. Will you modify?
I will not modify it.
Achilles, will you have a fire face?
Wait.
Sorry.
Nope. Okay. Continue. It's all good.
Achilles, will you have a fire face?
Yes.
Will you modify it?
Yes.
All right. Place both those cards up, but we'll start with Vance. Shoot, Vance. Who'll shoot?
Artillery.
Okay, wait a
Blasting
second.
these-
He's
this
going
thing.
to. There we go.
Let's see what you got there. Oh, you've got bad fuses, man. You have
Okay.
you have to re-roll any hits.
Okay.
1 for 4, 2 for 5.
Yep. A 4
Nope. 2 for 5.
and 2 5s.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, mercy! Unfortunately, you got to
Vance.
re-roll them with them bad fuses. No.
Oh, that's
And they miss. Okay. Then these guys all shoot at the guys on the hill.
Oh, so they do. Everybody in? Everybody's in.
Yep. 10 dice.
Yeah, let me just take a quick peek and see about one thing I wanted to see about trees, woods, cover
Yeah,
for
that's
fire. So that is cover. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 should be for 6s.
Yeah.
10 for 6s.
No, wait. There's.
Not one.
No sixes.
Boy, that sucked.
You would have thought.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. That's for sure.
Suboptimal. Suboptimal. Any other shots?
Well, especially because you can't melee in woods.
Mm-hmm.
You can. It's just difficult.
Yeah, you can. You melee in woods. No, it's not
Can't you?
difficult.
I thought
That's the
you
thing.
could not.
No, you can melee in woods. It's
Yeah,
not
sure
even
you
difficult terrain for infantry.
It's just cavalry that can't.
It's cavalry can't.
Yeah, mounted cavalry.
Right.
can't.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
It's actually remarkable how little is difficult. Rocky ground is. Anyway.
Range.
Any other shots? Any others?
Yeah, my side.
Okay. Vance, is this not you here, or are you out of range now?
These are out of range, I think. Oh
No,
no,
they're
they're
not.
No, they've been shooting. They've been
Yeah, they've
shooting.
been shooting at
No,
each
no.
other.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
He's 4. Yeah.
yeah, they want to shoot back. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
There
Four
should be
for-
5 dice there, or
One.
4.
Yeah,
sorry.
4 for 5. One. Try
One
to
hit.
make it stick. Try to make it stick on a 1. On a 4, I should say.
Oh,
Got it.
kills our base. Ugh.
And I'll take one of the guns. Which one do you want me to take?
Defender chooses.
That's you,
Right?
Marshall.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Choose a base, or can I play a card to
Nope.
reduce?
You have
Well,
to take.
you can't go below 1, so
Yeah,
you have to lose.
take. You have to take 1. All right.
Don't take that one. Don't take. No. Don't take that one, Marshall. That's your howitzer. It shoots better than the other
Yeah,
one.
you don't want to lose the
Oh.
howitzer. You want to lose.
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was the same.
They're only.
Well, I'm not sure I put it back in the right spot, but
It's close.
all right.
It's pretty darn close.
Well, we should have exactly 12 inches, and I don't know that we have that anymore. But
Well, you should have 12 inches.
well.
Here.
Yeah, fix it.
there
There
we
you
go.
go.
Fair enough.
12 inches.
All right.
Good shooting. All right,
Thank you.
Achilles. No. Oh, you did modify.
sir.
You are
I did.
re-rolling any dice
All
that
my kills.
failed kills. All failed kills. Go.
We'll start here.
I think it's all for 6s because
Yeah.
it becomes skirmish fire instead. There's no modifiers. It becomes skirmish fire instead,
Yeah, because
unless you're standing in.
does
something
the
bad.
I'm just curious about something. So I just want to look this up. The wall is cover for any. It's cover, so that takes it
Right.
there, but it doesn't obstruct. So that's it. Okay, just
Yeah, because skirmish.
So
Yes,
it's-
because
so
skirmish
it's-
fire is
so it's-
never obstructed.
It's 4 for 6s.
Yep.
That's a hit.
Yep.
And now you get to check for the kill.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you. Next fire, Achilles, if you got any.
All right. Ross Volunteers and Parsons Cavalry.
1,
on
2,
the
3, 4,
second
5 for 5. Same as it's been. This guy's got their own private little Idaho going on.
Uh-huh. Ooh.
2.
I'll eat the 2.
He'll eat them both. Try to make 2
Actually,
stick.
wait. I got one that
Oh,
I
you
can't
got
use.
one, all right. Try to make 1 stick, Achilles.
All right.
You get to re-roll that.
Yep.
Ah,
Yeah, same
3
thing.
into a 3.
All right. Any other shooting? Is that it, I believe?
I don't think the guns have a target anymore because those guys moved in there.
Yeah.
Can I shoot it like
It's you've got to be
corner?
clear with the width of the thing. So you definitely can't shoot there. It's like it is. That's like it is in LaSalle. It's like this.
Okay. I think
Yeah,
these
Can I,
two guns.
can I go with the
see-
gun?
You could go counter battery. You sure could.
Okay. Might as
I
well.
think this guy on the right has the hill in the way is the problem.
Does he?
The howitzer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other two.
Well, the
are good,
howitzer can do indirect fire, man.
though. Yeah, right. And there is a negative modifier to hit for bombardment.
It's a
at
minus
guns.
1.
It's a -1. Yeah.
Yeah.
So their usual 5 becomes a 6. So yeah, you might as well. I mean, it's so the
Yeah.
howitzer though, because the howitzer's here.
Yeah, we have one smooth board that's
Yeah,
blocked.
yeah. So the howitzer's
Oh, yeah.
actually open. So it's,
It's the smooth bore, yeah.
yeah. So it's 1 for 5 and 1 for 6.
Okay. All right. 1 for 5.
Nope.
Yep. About as far away as you could get. And 1 for 6.
Oh,
Got
Oh,
him.
there you go.
Roll to kill.
Okay.
Got him.
There it is.
I'll take a gun. Put him over in the. All right. That is that. And so, fire phases. Put your cards away. We now go to Vance and say movement or combat.
Yeah, I want to do a charge.
Remember, you cannot charge if you shoot.
Well, I have this card to make my charge, and I have this card that says I'm allowed to.
aha!
Oh, whoa, ooh, that's spicy. I like it. You have spoken truly. Before we do that, Achilles, move or charge.
We're going to move.
Move, play a card. Will you modify that move?
No.
All right. So Vance, tell me a story. I want to see it. I want to see it.
I'd like both the 1st and 5th Texas to charge this hill.
Yeah.
Well, only the cavalry can charge.
Yeah.
That's what your horses do.
That's what
Yeah.
I heard. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
I think
You
to-
played
might
the
have that
card back
backwards.
I
there.
see no reason
Yeah.
to think you can't simply advance up that hill.
Yeah,
You,
he's
you might have that backwards, brother.
I don't think the 5th
Unbelievable.
is close enough, actually.
Oh, is it out?
What?
It only has to hit
Oh,
a corner.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, it's 8
Right?
inches though. He's right.
It's got to be their 8,
It's 8
it's
inches.
8 inches. But these guys can.
Oh,
Just one of them has to
Just
get
measure
there.
it. It was.
Nope. You are out,
No,
sir.
I can't.
All right. You might want to hold those cards.
what's the one?
Yeah. So I can't do it.
Yeah.
I want to hold this one.
Yeah.
I
They-
still want to. That'll.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah,
just
yeah.
a move.
Yeah, so you can
This is
move.
just a-
All right, do your moving. And Achilles, do your moving.
Okay.
So he's not going to charge.
Not yet, he ain't.
Apparently not.
Stay
Unbelievable.
right there. Stay right
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, I
Don't
know.
you move. Don't you move an
Oh,
inch.
fired. Oh. It's my horse.
We're going to charge like a door. We're going to swing like a door.
Fix bayonets.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mm, during the movement phase, is that when you change formation?
It
if you
is.
wanna remove runs?
It is, yeah.
If they, yep.
And I only need to do one of them.
But you can't do both.
Yeah, you can't do both. So what you do, and Van showed it's actually the cleanest way, is you grab the middle guy, replace him with a limber,
Okay.
and then stick whoever you want behind that guy. One of the three.
Okay.
And then the other two
Like
come
that?
off. Yeah. And then the other two come off.
All right.
And you have changed formation.
Hmm.
All movements done?
Mhm.
Hoping to get
Yep.
to a melee before we wrap. I know we can do this. All right.
I gotta go.
We will.
Like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, I figured we will. Let's try one. Let's see if we can do this. We can. I believe us. Fill your hands, everybody.
All right.
3.
And we'll come over here and say, "Oh, a card has been played. I see it."
Oh, mean, cruel.
Oh. Oh, that's wicked. Put him out on the deck.
So I get to look at his hand, and I get
Yeah,
force him
so
to throw two
he
away.
should just do this.
Okay. And this is fire phase, right?
No, this is
No,
the
no.
first thing is reshuffling, but he's doing this at the start of the turn.
Okay. I got you.
So now Vance gets to tell you to discard 2 of these cards. It's a discard. And that's a discard.
Oops.
Now get all the other ones back, but you only have 4 cards. Oh dear. Oh dear. There you go. There they are. So
That is a big deal.
Oh yeah, it is. That has happened. Now the first thing we do is we say, does either side wish to reshuffle?
I do not.
Marshall?
If I reshuffle, that means I'm going to draw.
No,
only to
you do
4
not
to-
draw. What that does is your hand is your hand. You do that at the end of the turn. Reshuffle means these guys and these guys get put back together into a deck.
But then you have to discard 6.
And then you got to
which-
peel off you're going to shuffle them, and you're going to peel off the top 6 permanently.
Yeah, no, that's okay. We're going to leave it be for now.
All right, Chrono, fire phase.
I think so.
All right, will you modify it?
No.
Uh-oh.
I will.
Oh,
Thick smoke on you.
that's so cruel.
And will you modify Chrono?
No, not this time.
Marshall, fire phase.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, put out a card.
I thought I was the only one. I thought the CNC was the only one that could do
Interruptions.
interrupts.
Is that an interrupt? Oh, yeah, it is. That's a good one. Thank you. Can't play it. Take it back, Achilles.
What?
You
That's an interruption?
Yeah, that's why. It's got the kepi on it, see?
Oh. Wow.
Only Vance.
Well, dang it, Vance.
Yeah, see, that's
Change a lot.
That's why there's a CNC. All right, and so you are modifying point blank. Ah! Gah! Canister rolls 3 dice.
I think we'll do the third.
Well, we're going to
Texas
start over here with
thing.
Chrono. Going left to right.
4 for
Yep.
6.
No modifiers, 4 for 6. Why is it 4 for 6 as opposed to 5?
Oh wait, that's right.
No
that
smoke.
didn't happen.
No smoke.
I didn't get to use my card.
Well, I missed anyway, so
Missed everybody. Nobody was there.
and then we'll bombard here because we don't have any other shots.
2
Because
for,
my
1 for
my
5.
senior commander didn't have the card.
2 for 5.
Oh, did I remove my howitzer?
Where's your?
Oh,
Was
well.
one of those a howitzer? No, you lost
I
it.
thought one of them was. Oh,
You lost
okay.
it.
That's on me. Oh, I gotta hit them.
Okay, one possible hit, Achilles. See if you can make it stick.
I can.
I need one of Ross's volunteers.
Take that guy back from there.
All right, you put him where he belongs. Thank you.
5 here, point.
Ah.
Basically point blank range.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for 4. 5.
5s, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 for 5.
1.
1. See if you can make one stick.
I can't.
Okay. All right, Marshall. You got to shoot here.
Yes.
No, that guy's,
Oh, I-
this guy's closer now.
Oh, but if both are canister, it's got to be straight
Yep.
ahead.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
it's got to be the straight
All right,
guy.
straight
yeah.
ahead if it's canister.
All right, that's fine.
3
All right.
dice, 3 big dice, and is that the howitzer? 3 dice for 4.
Ooh.
All
Ouch.
3. Do you wish to make this slightly less painful?
I do. I do.
Start passing out
Somehow.
the medicinal gin.
Yeah.
Brandy, boys, brandy.
Brandy, boys, brandy.
Sugar.
Plays that one for
I
1.
only take one off.
All right, so that's 2 you can try to make stick, Marshall.
Okay.
Oh, got some both.
Look at you.
Oh,
2 bases to the no-zip sorting bin.
Wow. All right.
Good
Are
shooting,
we-
Marshall.
Are we able to fire here?
I don't teach those guys to try to
Let me
hide
see,
in
let
the
me see, let me
weeds.
see.
They
I
should have
don't-
charged
don't
forward an
see
hour
why
ago.
not. 1,
It's gonna
2,
be-
3, 4 there. This guy is there.
They've been doing their job. They've been taking out his artillery.
Well, yeah, for sure. So that is straight ahead 4 for 5.
Is that what you think their job is?
Nothing. 1 for 5.
One for 5, you said?
Yes. Hit.
Oh
That-
man,
Check for it on the first Texas. Marshall, it's you. 1 to see if you can make it stick.
He does.
And he does.
Nasty. All right, take your cards into your deck. Chrono, move or melee?
I will move.
Will you modify a move?
I will not.
All right, just a move. Marshall, move or melee?
Yeah, I would only play one card though to dismount my.
Yeah, one
If I wanted
card
to
allows you
change
to
formation.
dismount.
Okay, there we go.
All right, you've done it. Now, dismounting, you have to try to fill in that space with these guys as best as you can. Simplest way to do that, go ahead and pick them up. Go ahead and pick your boys up.
just
Okay.
replace.
You should be able to grab them. Oh, they should both
He was-
grab. That's going to be bad. Doggone it. All right.
Well, we tried.
That's the important part.
An attempt was made.
Yeah, but the problem is, nope, Marshall, let him go. No, that's not going to work, Marshall. That never works. There we go.
Oh well.
Give it a shot. Give it a bloody
You
shot.
just put this guy at the corner so that you know where
Yeah,
everybody
exactly.
is.
Thank you. That is exactly right, Achilles. I appreciate it. Because the only other guy I got to care about is the guy with the flag. All right, so I got to get him off, and then I'm gonna do the cruel thing. Oh look, everybody else is deleted. Look at that.
The magic of technology.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta keep the speed up. Speed it up. Speed it up. All right, Chrono, you done with your moves?
Yes.
All right. Is it likely, Vance, that you will be in melee next turn?
No.
I will be.
Will you be? Okay, good.
These guys haven't moved.
Oh yeah, I just want to see a melee. That's all. Before we wrap. Okay. 'Cause
I know.
I want to step through it.
What did I?
Yeah, those guys are there. Okay, so fill your hands, Union, and yeah, for that matter, everybody fill your hands.
Everybody.
Do your thing. All right, we'll get a melee here.
All right.
Good. Okay. Spin around. Vance or Achilles, do you wish to reshuffle?
No.
Okay.
Do not.
Vance, Fireface.
Yes.
Will you modify?
No.
Achilles, Fireface.
No.
Will you? Okay. Oh, no Fireface. Oh, very good. Vance, shoot him.
Well, I can't go into melee if I.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
you really can't. Oh man, gonna end those guns' life, aren't you?
5 dice.
Do
5
it.
dice.
5 for 5. One possible. See if you can stick it.
1.
Oh,
No.
the gunners live.
And that gun?
All right. These guys.
Yeah.
These
That's,
guys.
what is that? Yeah, that's been 1 for 4 and 2
1
for 5.
for 1 for 4.
No. 2 for 5.
And 2 for 5.
No. Okay. Cards back. Vance. Move
And
her-
then these guys are
Oh,
all,
you are going to
these
shoot.
guys are all shooting at him.
All right, all shooting at him.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in
10
range.
sixes.
Did you check? Yeah, we did. We did. That's right.
Yeah.
10 sixes, like you
They
said.
all are now.
I think this guy doesn't have arc on the end. That's a problem. Maybe.
Oh,
He's only got to hit the
so
guy on the corner, right?
Yeah. No, he needs arc though.
9 sixes.
He's got a shot.
That's up to you.
10
Yeah, okay.
sixes.
10 sixes.
10
No,
sixes.
the woods don't give. The woods give cover.
Yes. Yes, they
Oh,
do.
that's true.
Yes.
Oh, 2 hits this time.
I got 2 of them.
2. Do you wish to try to get one of rid of? get rid of one of them, Marshall?
Yes.
Play a card. I see that card. Get rid of that card. And Vance, you get to try to stick one. Do not.
Nope.
Okay, that goes back. Okay. Here we are.
That's a fire.
All right. Movement or melee, Vance?
Movement.
All right. Movement. Is it going to be modified?
It is not.
Okay. So play it and move. Achilles, movement, I gather, or a melee, right?
Melee combat.
Melee.
Combat.
Will you modify it?
Yes, I will.
Let's see it.
Okay, so I have to put that one out. For
That authorizes the
charge.
thing. Yep.
Now, here's a question I have.
Mhm.
How many you said we could only use one in the fire phase, but how many can we use in the
Vance, you
combat?
seem to know that before. What's your answer now?
Pretty sure it's up to 2, but
Let me
that may be
see.
only for veterancy again. I don't know.
I think it's only one again. Let me check. It's page 30.
I don't think 30 is the place you want to look, honestly, but maybe.
Play another card. Okay. Voluntary discard.
Basics of play. Disorder. We have not much disorder. There actually isn't much on the most tables, it seems to me. But there it is. Yeah, no, it's going to be in the melee phase.
I'm looking at.
Combat.
Oh, there it is. Page 35. The active player may use no more than one modifying card of each symbol in a turn,
Okay, there it is.
Okay.
Okay.
So
which
now
means
I have-
effectively means one per phase.
and if you have multiple melees, the card you play applies to all of them.
It depends on the card. You'd have to read the
Depends on the
card.
wording. It depends on the wording of the card.
Okay.
Well, because like some of them say all attacking units, some of them say
Right.
all defending units.
Like, for example, this one, Achilles, all
yeah,
units.
applies to everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
In fact,
That one you can't
actually,
use.
That's
Oh, it's you.
everybody.
Never mind.
applies
That
to
is you.
everything.
Never mind. Duh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a hell of a choice.
Yeah, exactly. It's tough to choose which one to use.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to use.
Guess
this
what, gentlemen?
I think
you hear
that
it.
one, yeah.
You hear the rebel yell. There it is.
Oh, ow, that's nasty.
Yeah, it is.
Well, oh wait, not yet. I can't play that yet.
All right. So
Wait.
So Vance is moving, and so now Achilles, you make your move.
I moved.
You move. You make your move to contact.
Alrighty.
Charge. Yep.
Yeah.
Charge.
And I can't play cards on Kronos' behalf, can I?
No.
I can play cards on my own behalf.
Okay.
Oh, I
Well,
did
because
not see that one coming. That
That-
You can only charge up to your.
That will cost you an extra card.
I only charge 8.
Yeah, he did charge.
You
That
can
was-
only charge
that's-
up to 8 inches.
That's
too.
how far he moved.
You went
He was
8.5.
8.3. He was 8.3.
Oh, was it? Oh, dude.
Is it? Oh, my fault.
You're a little
He's
short.
more than 8 inches away.
You're gonna have to.
I thought I
you're
was
gonna have to
close
back
enough.
that guy up.
All right.
That's my problem over here.
Yeah, a little bit distance.
You know, I don't recall reading that in the history books. You can only charge 8 inches.
8.3 inches.
Yeah, hey, Kriegspiel guy, maybe you don't want to be talking that way.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Having a little trouble grabbing these without grabbing these.
Go ahead,
so-
move your other guys. I got these.
Okay.
Like I
thanks.
say, I'm only getting to the melee.
All right. So there's no doubt about this one.
No.
No.
You
That's
say
good.
no. Right over the wall. Okay, I gotta get a picture. Give me a second. Fighting over the wall. I love it. Okay.
Now these boys, I don't think they can.
No, because remember here's the thing.
They only have to hit a corner, right?
No, they can be
It's just
engaged
corner.
Yeah.
but that's a base depth. Yeah, they're not going to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they only got to get a corner, but I
They
don't
are.
know. No. But the point is, he would have to be within 2 inches of him.
I can get
Yeah,
within
that's
2
easy to
inches.
do.
Of it.
Oh yeah, you probably
attacker-
could shoot off.
Can the
But no,
attackers do
but no,
that?
you have to go straight ahead. Remember, in
Yeah, if
melee,
you-
you have to go straight ahead.
You get a wheel, and then you.
Yeah, and that's just.
Oh, I could wheel.
yeah,
It's not going to get you though
2
because your
inches. You can wheel
the geometry is not going to.
Yeah, you're not going to get there.
All right. All right. So he won't get there.
Nope.
That's disappointing.
So wheeling. Yeah.
You can wheel, but that's a 2-inch wheel, which is
Uh-huh.
that.
Yeah. And that's too far. So that's yeah. So basically, I can't get there with
Right.
that. Now,
All right.
if I moved him, yeah, I can't go that way.
No.
I can't go that way, even though I'm not
But you
actually
called it
going into contact, right?
Right. If move into contact is straight ahead.
Mm-hmm. But what if they're not making contact?
But you
Then
can't
you-
do
then-
move. You
then
can't
you
do
can't
moves.
move. Then you
call
can't.
it charge.
Yeah, you called for a charge.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Interesting. So in the club game, when the CNC plays an interrupt card, it goes is a table wide effect.
Yeah.
So it says all enemy,
Oh, okay.
Okay, good note.
or it said because maybe maybe it's not quite, but it says many of the interrupt cards have a table wide effect, such as all enemy fire applies a -1 to hit, etc. So in that case, when they
But the CNC
Yeah.
still has to play it.
CNC still has to play it.
Yeah, I don't. I will look at that later.
Yeah, it does. Let's just
So,
check this out.
Yeah,
and see how it goes.
let's just wrap by checking out a combat, which probably will not go very well for Achilles at all, except for that Rebel Yell thing. Which
Yeah,
that Rebel Yell piece is probably going to go reasonably well. But let's take a look, because there seems always to be with Sam, the combat phase has some steps. Here we go. You announce dice allocations. Simple, couldn't be easier. You only have those guys.
Which one are you doing first?
attacker goes
Where's
first.
your other one?
There's two. There's one
Oh,
over here and
which
one
one do you
over
want? Up to you.
Cav against Cav.
Well, we were going right to left, so
Sure. Yeah, this
We'll
one
go
is
here.
less effective because these guys suck at melee.
yes, but they're fighting.
They're
people
fighting guys who suck at
too.
melee. Yeah, good point.
Kind of balances out.
Yeah. The Yeah, well, but actually no. Dismounted cav attacking is at the minus.
Yeah, defending. We're sitting there taking pot shots as you come in.
Yeah. So the attacker announces dice allocation. Couldn't be simpler. It's all these guys are going this way. Then you calculate defense scores, which should be based. Now remember, the front rank attacks, the double rank defends.
I thought it was front 2 ranks for the attacker.
Yeah. Front
Okay.
2 ranks.
So it's 2 and 2. Oh, that's right. It's 2 and 2. They can go as deep as they want. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So therefore, defenders 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They were 7. Now you're going to roll your what modifiers? You are rolling to defend. You are recruits. No other modifiers, it seems to me.
Yeah, no difficult terrain. They're just on a road.
Yeah, you're just on a road. So that is a 4+ is what you need. A 4+.
But I am re-rolling all my hits. So I got 4.
Now you will re-roll because that Rebel Yell has scared you to death.
I still got 3. That's not bad.
3 have gotten through. We will now calculate our attack scores, which I do believe are there yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are eager, which means you would usually hit on a 3+, kind of nice. But you are dismounted cavalry attacking, so you'll hit 7 dice on a 4+.
No, not bad.
4, 3, 4.
So it's 4 to 3. So the next step it calls us for, we have done both those things. Passive player, that is Chrono, you can use card for morale value, 2 cards if you wish, but 1 hit must stick.
I will play a card to get us to a tie.
Yes, you have arrived at a tie. Defenders who lose combats take losses and fall back. Attackers still engaged take losses and fall back. So
I
it's
believe tie goes to defender, but Don't quote me on
I
that yet.
don't know.
What is this, baseball?
So right now, you will both definitely lose 2 bases. That much we know.
No, it's slightly different. It's a bit like Blucher in terms of how you determine losses, if I remember correctly.
It's the difference?
That's what I thought. But charge move, disorder, combat, blah 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 blah. Allocate.
Resolve the combat. There we go. Establish the difference. We got that. We did that. We played cards for morale. One loss is going to stick no matter what. If defending unit lost by a difference of 1, the passive player. Oh, interesting. If the defending, so you got to have 1 loss sticks. After he has removed all bases, all the units that he's required to, the passive player must fall back with those that lost combat. So what's lost? Where is
Good
lost?
question.
Established combat is under the established combat difference on page.
Each defending unit should have 2 numbers: its own defense score and the enemy attack score. Each defending unit is therefore able to express a combat difference, positive or negative. If the 2 scores are the same, it is 0. The defender wins such a tie. There it is.
Oh no, wait. That's not where I play my card though. My card doesn't. I play my card for the morale.
Oh right. So yes.
Which
So
means
you will
I take 1 and fall back.
You will lose. Yeah.
Yes, I would take 1 and fall back. Sorry, we did that a bit wrong.
Yep.
So I can't. I shouldn't play that. I only lost by 1, so I can't ameliorate it at all. So I'll just.
Yep. You take a loss and fall back.
My 2d6 taking the highest.
Yes.
Ooh.
I thought you took the lowest because you're. Oh, that's right. Only active takes the highest. Yeah. Or passive takes the highest. There he goes. All right. So that was a win. The Confederacy wins that one.
Hey, what's Parsons Cavalry?
All right. Now this one, which will end our evening.
This will be ugly. This is going to be ugly. What the hell?
The modifiers.
I hope so.
The modifiers are not that dramatic.
They ain't that good either.
Didn't say so. Rolling to attack. There's the modifiers. They've got cover, obviously, so that's a minus for the attackers. So that's going to take them to that 4. I think it's going to be that same 4.
Yeah, because they're not in difficult terrain, unless
No.
because it's just cover.
Yeah.
If I was like, if there were woods here, and then they were also, or whatever, if there were rocks here or whatever, and then I hit wall, then they'd be eating both.
So there are no dice to divide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for 4.
Yep. Rerolling hits.
Mm-hmm.
I hit with 4. Two.
Achilles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for 4.
Okay.
Ooh, ouch.
4. So that would be 2 losses. He'll have to go back. Do you wish to get rid of one of them?
I'll get rid of 1, and then I'll take 1.
Give me a sacrificial thank you, and you will go backwards.
Pretty simple once you know how to do it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's actually very simple.
Like that reminds me a lot of. It's sort of a mix of Blucher and LaSalle.
Yeah, it is a lot like Blucher, actually. It's a lot like Blucher. Okay. I've seen 2 melees. Mine eyes have seen the glory.
Drove me off the wall, but I only went back to the field.
Look at that, man. Fourth Texas, they're epic.
They're freaking epic. So there it is.
They're supposed to be mine.
I will say a couple of things. Number 1, once we get decent at this game is going to be fast.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Oh,
especially with the CNC, especially if we actually stick to only a CNC can play in a round.
Yeah. Yeah. I will go back through the rules. Obviously, anybody watching us, if you've seen us do something terribly stupid and wrong, please let us know. We want to hear about it. Be polite. But we, just so you all know, it is my intention, and I hope everybody will stick with it after having seen this and played this, to try a campaign. It's 9 games. The biggest we would play would be 4-on-4, because that's everybody we've got, is 8 players. And so you would see this board double in size. And so everybody would have a brigade on a side, and they would sweep back and forth and do all sorts of crazy things. But you can still play the campaign with one brigade on a side. Each brigade will have a personality trait. Their brigadier will get a personality trait. And each brigade will have the opportunity to improve, to lose, to get reinforcements, a whole bunch of things. So there will be a lot of things like that. Any general questions or comments before we book it for the evening?
I think it's I'm enjoying it so far. I think the
I don't
card
want my
play.
personality trait to be stupid.
Well, we could draw them.
Yeah,
They're right here.
there is an option
Flow
to
in
pick. You actually do have the option, if you want, at the start of a campaign, to go through the deck and pick them out.
Or just pick it at random.
Yeah, so
The card play is really interesting. We haven't gotten to the point where we're doing a lot of reshuffling, but I was getting to that point
sure.
where I was running out of cards, so that should be an interesting thing. And it is like it is kind of a thing of like, well, I want to hold on to these cards so I can use them for their effects, but I also need the numbers. And
Yeah, that's the hardest thing, I think, is that making that decision of what card am I willing to sacrifice when I got a bunch of things that I can see I can use, but I need them to even move,
yeah,
Yeah.
it just
Also, the burn rate of your stack, right? Because once your stack
Yeah.
is done, and you're
that's
screwed.
That's troubling too.
Yeah,
I'm down
yeah.
to 11
Now,
cards.
but as you take a look at what we've got right here, you guys are heading towards a reshuffle. You've got at least 2 good runs through the deck before that becomes a problem, and you guys are up in each other's business in a big way right now.
Well, some of us are. I don't know what the other side's doing.
He's advancing.
Advancing.
I'm curious to see what the casualties looked like. So it was.
I think we took much higher casualties.
4,
I don't
5,
think we
makes
did.
sense.
6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 apiece. It's even.
Really?
we lost more guns though, which is
Yeah.
probably worse.
Which is worse, yeah.
Ah.
Those guns got shot to ribbons.
Really? Because I was thinking that we were taking significant loss just getting across that field. But,
Nope.
man.
Yeah, so you
it's very attritional. Unless you're rolling a lot, unless you're shooting at you with a lot of guys, you're probably not gonna kill a whole lot at once.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to get kills that way. It is kind of.
It is. Look at me trying to shoot up into this hill.
Yeah.
I think that speaks to at least the era of this, at least in this era to a certain extent, of fire remains attritional, and though it has a large impact, it's still not quite as deciding.
Yeah.
Like it's very hard to shift someone with just fire still.
Yeah. That's funny. Red Ouroboros just commented, "Interesting rules. I think I own them." The plague of every miniatures gamer. Shelves and shelves of unread rules.
Or you read them like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Wait, I have that somewhere.
never got to set them on the table. So we will be the slot I've got in mind for this is Wednesday Night Warfare. After we wrap up
After Bloody Big Battles.
After Bloody Big Battles wraps up Gravelot. And so what I will do for those who don't know, who play with us, with the Dragoons, I will post just to say who's coming, and I will build a size-appropriate table. With, as I said earlier, when we play one of our campaign battles, we have to build the terrain from scratch. So that'll be a little bit different. We'll have to randomize the attacker or the defender. There's also a really cool scouting roll that goes on. Simple, very simple. But
I like the little campaign mechanics he puts into this.
Yeah,
it's fun.
it's little buttons, little gold buttons that hang on it. So we'll figure out who can play and who's able to bring their. And the thing is, as suggested, I guess you then after this will have to track your brigade, because one of the really cool mechanisms, and it's simple and logical. While you go from recruit to veteran, you also typically will drop from eager.
Yeah. Like, I don't know about charging, doing any more of those charges, boss.
Like,
The reason I'm a veteran is because I'm not eager.
Exactly.
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 So anyway, please everybody watching, join us tomorrow when we will continue to play the Battle of Talavera for LaSalle 2. And then next Wednesday, we should wrap up Gravelot. And then on Thursday, we will be back at Sang Contest for I Ain't Been Shot, Mum. So all sorts of craziness going on. Thank you so much to those who watched. Thank you to those who played. Until we meet again, please take care of yourselves and one another. We will talk soon. Pause. Pause.
Good night, Ian Jackson.